copyright this because I'll just edit it out. Fuck y'all. Trying to copyright my bullshit. What? Oh, yeah, my video. Because I'm listening to music right now. Oh, it has not been stopped. You have been stopped. PlayStation, fucking work for once. I threw my... God damn it.
What's the video called? What's the video called?
It's not a video. It's a stream.
I know. What's it called?
I don't know. I invited you to the stream.
I know what it's about.
Oh shit, it's down there. Ooh. Damn. That hurted a little bit. Just a little bit.
You stopped your stream?
No, I didn't. It's still going. PlayStation.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Are you gonna join?
I did.
You did? Are you? Can you see?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Nice. I need mine.
It's like 5 seconds behind, but that's alright.
It's okay.
So you just picked up 420 or something.
Mm.
It was that 3 blue blocks thing.
Oh yeah, that was Glimmer. I think it's called Glimmer. Right up here. Glimmer. Yep, it's called Glimmer. 204, 212, 216. Please don't. Yes. Gunsmith. Bring to guns.
460,000 weed. I'm gonna call it weed because we picked up 420 of it.
Okay. Is there any more raids happening right now? No. Is there any raids happening on Earth? No. Ghost Farm. Yes. Throwing up gang signs. I'll be on the block on the regular. Oh, listen, this Warden, get it? Oh, mom's go. I have the standard ship. You will too when you play. If you play. Go away! Keep notifications, bro. Are you the gunsmith? No, it's you. Fuck. 200. No. $204, $209, this one. It's getting dismantled. $206, $210, what is this? That's my hand cannon. That is the gun I'm equipped to. That. Yep, I'm not keeping that. Just this another hand cannon? It's like right here. How long? A minute, I bet. Go. Logan. 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 Logan.
It's a monkey nigga, so we knock your tree apart. Bullets ain't far. far. It's very hard. It's very hard. It's very hard. It's very hard. Roll like a guitar. Got out on the all-white, smoking in his car. Smoke him like a guard. A 9 and a 6. Leave a nigga wet. Smoking so much gas that I can feel his dick. You niggas are nothing but the worst. Internet lurks. Search. Stay up by my search. He talk down on internet. Hurt. Dirt. White. Bitch, I own a skirt. Come with a eye. And I feel his pain in it. I'll come with a stop. Block nigga, nigga. So I need a block. He was talking trash. Put his ass in the garbage. What's up, the top shit? I was cooking down this nigga block with a chopstick. Rockstar nigga. Now I need a rock bitch. We want beef, not veggie, not squash bitch. That boy like the target. We talk that with rock. We gon' shoot a little. We gon' shoot a lot. I rock out with the chalk. Bitch, I talk very hard. She thought it was my cock, but my clock very hard. They get very hard. They very hard. Bitch, I'm very hard. Bitch, I'm very hard.
I stopped counting some time back. You keep racking them up.
With that fofo, nigga. Ayy. Fuck a beat. I ain't had to be no case. Nigga, no number. Watch the bullets hit his face. If you broken, once I put you in your motherfucking place. And bitch, you know I told this Glock, I don't told no 38 on the block. Bitch, I keep them locked. Run if you get drunk. But the cops go to 510. We sliding on the ops. That's on my mama. Keep a night like Rondo. Clip on 39. Turn these lemons to some chicken. Watch them bullets hit his fire. On the bus. I can't take no loss, but I take your life. If you bumping in that prison, then I'm sitting in that kite. What you think I'm on this gun for? I ain't tryna fuck you. Bitch me in the song. I bring my shit and get you right. If you talk, so we pop up, we clapping. No need for that acting. Say my niggas in love with that accent. So pistols in traffic. Got it on me. Run up in the parking. Shoot shit like I'm hardin'. Roll a blunt. We shooting that target. Glass smell like we farting. Big niggas thinking, but it's still free. Take cake. I ain't bitch, I'm in no somebody and you niggas hella gay. Try to start some shit up for some motherfucking fake. Niggas talking, I walk up and send some chocolate back they brain, nigga.
Hey guys, so if you haven't seen it yet, I dropped Lunaverse little pump merch. It just dropped. It's only gonna be up for 6 more days. Cool. Definitely can see good teachers sometimes. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've met a couple teachers in my day that just seem a lot different than a normal teacher. You know what I mean? Like they're nicer, they understand younger people more, shit like that. Those are always the coolest teachers. Kind of being friends with them. Now this story time is about somebody like that. It's actually about a tutor that I had a long time ago, okay? Let's just call her Miss Weird, okay? Now Miss Weird, she wasn't weird at first, okay? She was just a really friendly tutor, at least I thought she was. But this was about 9th grade for me, and I was being kind of forced to go here because I was getting such bad grades at the time. So every Tuesday and Thursday after school, I would have to try and find a ride to this tutor building, like a bunch of different tutors in it. And me and my friend would actually get tutored together. So I knew this dude. So it was me, my friend, and then Mrs. Weird. And yeah, she would help us with our homework or whatever, help us learn stuff, shit like that. And she was always super nice, sometimes a little bit too nice. And I remember for the longest time, some of her behavior almost seemed like flirtatious, but that was just me being like kind of ignorant. I didn't really know for sure at the time, but even my friend kind of agreed with me, like sometimes she would seem like a little bit too friendly. And one thing that always pissed me off about her is she would favor my friend. Like sometimes she would just be nicer to my friend, sometimes she would just completely focus on him only and not focus on me and helping me too. And it was really annoying sometimes. I even called her out for it one time, and she was like, no, honey, like, I just, I'm trying to help everyone equally here, and it's hard sometimes. I'm like, okay, fine, I get it. So a few weeks after that go by, and she starts acting even weirder, like, just really, really friendly towards my friend especially. And I asked him, I was like, yo, like, she's really weird sometimes, like, she seems almost, like, flirty with you. And he was just like, I don't care, man, she's hot as fuck. And he's just being a troll. I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess, but it's just kind of weird, don't you think? He's like, yeah, a little bit, but whatever. And then, like, a week after that, the weirdest thing happens, okay? So I'm at the tutors with my friend, and we're fucking doing our homework, and he finishes his. He turns the paper over, and he just starts making a drawing on the back, right? And she's like, oh, are you drawing? And he's like, yeah. She's like, I didn't know you like to draw. Like, what do you do? He's like, I don't know, I just do, like, abstract stuff, and I don't know, I'm always drawing. She's like, can I show you something? And he's like, yeah, sure. And I thought he was going to hand the pen to her, and I think he thought that too. But she, like, reached over and grabbed the top of his hand, like, starts holding his hand with the pen in it, and starts, like, moving his arm around, drawing with his hand with the pen in it. And it looks like shit because, like, that's not a good way to draw. It's just not sufficient. Like, any fucking artist would know, like, that's not how you goddamn draw. You don't have someone hold the pen, and then you grab the top of their hand and draw with their hand with the pen in it. No, you just don't do that. It's just fucking stupid. Like, you only do that if you're being, I don't know, weird like this teacher was. And then she looks at him, like, in the eyes and gives him this, like, smile. And it's just like, fuck, I just got this creepy vibe from it. I was like, dude, this teacher is giving my friend fuck in the eyes. Like, what? Anyway, after she finishes drawing with his hand, with the pen in it, it ends up being like this little house thing. It looked okay, but it looked kind of like shit because she didn't really, like, fully commit by just grabbing the pen herself. Because she wanted to give my friend fuck in the eyes. So after that tutor session, me and my friend go home, and right before we leave, I was talking to him, I was like, dude, that was fucking weird in there. Like, what was that? He's like, dude, yeah, honestly, I agree with you. That made me a little bit uncomfortable. I was like, yeah, I would probably be too. That was just creepy. So after this, a couple days go by, and Thursday comes around, and that's when we had tutoring, and we go to the tutor office, and we had a different tutor, which was really weird, because we had Mrs. Weird for weeks on end, and, like, this one time we don't have her. And I asked the guy, I was like, hey, like, where's Mrs. Weird at? And he's like, oh, you probably won't be seeing much of her anymore. And I was like, oh, why? What happened? He's like, oh, she got let go. And I was like, really? And I'm like, what happened? And he just chuckles a bit. And I was like, man, come on, tell me. And he's like, sorry, I can't tell you. It's a personal situation. Like, I gotta respect the privacy of everybody involved. Just, probably not gonna have her anymore. And I was like, okay, like, fair enough. And we went on with our day. Got the tutoring from him. He was actually really cool. He helped me equally as much as my friend. And everything was cool, right? So about a week goes by, and finally I ask him again. I'm like, yo, man, come on, tell me, like, what happened to Mrs. Weird? He's like, look, this is all I'm going to say, and you cannot repeat this to anybody. I shouldn't even be telling you this. And I was like, yeah, dude, just tell me. And my friend's like, yeah, come on, tell us. We're not going to tell anybody. You can trust us. And he's like, all right, are you sure? I could lose my job for this. And I was like, we're not going to say a thing. He's like, all right, look, I'm not going to say everything, because I can't, I don't want to. The gist of it is Mrs. Weird and another student were at the student's house, and I guess she did something weird towards the student that didn't involve tutoring that could get her in a lot of trouble, and the student's parents found out and reported her to the staff, and the staff let her go. And I'm like, holy shit, are you serious? He's like, don't repeat that to anybody, okay? I was like, I won't. But, like, she got fired, like, permanently? He's like, yeah, man, she's not coming back. And I was like, holy shit. He's like, she could have gotten in way more trouble. And I was like, yeah, I have a feeling of what it could be. And I, to this day, don't know the specifics of what happened to Mrs. Weird, okay? But I feel like she did something towards the student that was, you know, not tutoring and more along the lines of, like, flirting or a move or something that's not okay.
A move.
And, like, she got in way more fucking trouble than just being funny.
A move.
Like, I feel like she got off easy. But, like, how fucking creepy is that? Like, I had this weird feeling this whole time about Mrs. Weird, and she ended up actually being pretty fucking weird. You know? And my friend, of course, right after this happens, he goes, dude, I could have actually had sex with her. I was like, shut the fuck up, dude, like, stop. And then he just starts being even more of a troll. He's like, dude, like, seriously, I regret not making a move. I was like, dude, you couldn't even make a move on an empty Sprite bottle. Shut up. But yeah, guys, that's the story of Mrs. Weird, the naughty tutor. Everything worked out in the end. I got a new tutor, and he was really cool, and he actually helped me get my homework done and stare at my friend in a weird way. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much into the story. If you enjoyed this story or found it funny, please leave a like on the video. I would really appreciate it. Leave your stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. So today's story time. Or do I have a story time for you, okay? I hope you enjoy this. I'm just gonna jump right into it. So today's story time takes place when I was 16 years old, okay? Now, 16-year-old me, I was pretty naive. I was pretty stubborn. Stupid, okay? There's a lot of words to describe myself. But, I was being a person on this day, okay? Me and my friends got together and started going to the park on a bench and smoke weed there. It was a Friday night, and me and my friends thought that was a good idea to celebrate the weekend, I guess. And we were so stupid that we didn't even go in like the middle of the night when nobody was there. We went at like 8 o'clock when everyone was there walking around. So within like 5-10 minutes of us being there smoking, a couple people walked by and didn't really give us any look or like any attention or anything. So I wasn't too worried. But right at the end of our session, someone walked by with their boyfriend who could have been anybody else and it would have been fine. But it just had to be this one person. So this lady walks by with her boyfriend, and I kind of like look at her, and I look back down, and I want to like make awkward eye contact. And then my brain was like, wait a minute, you know that face, look back up. And I look back up, and she just stopped walking and was just staring at me in my eyes, into my soul. And I'm looking at her, and then it clicks in my head, holy fuck, that's my study hall teacher, and she's just staring at me. And like, it wasn't an old study hall teacher, it was a current teacher. It was a teacher I was going to see next week. So I was pretty fucking scared when I looked up and saw her staring at me with a blunt in my hand. You know, it wasn't really the best time to meet my study hall teacher outside of school. So me and her are just making awkward eye contact, and then my friend goes, "Can I help you, lady?" And then I was like, oh, no, dude, why do you say that? And she just looks at him, looks back at me, and then looks at her boyfriend, who's also staring at us, and just grabs his hand and starts walking away with her boyfriend. And I look at my friend, and I'm like, dude, fuck, why'd you do that? He goes, look, she's staring at you, it's weird. I'm like, dude, that's my fucking study hall teacher. He's like, oh my, dude, I knew she looked familiar. She works at our school. I'm like, yeah, and I had study hall with her. You don't. So she just seen it. He's like, shit, dude, I'm sorry. And my other friend is just laughing throughout all of this. Not even adding anything to the conversation, just laughing at my friend going back and forth. So me and my friends finished up smoking immediately after that because we were just over it at that point. So I texted another friend of mine, I'm like, yo, can you come pick me and my homies up and drop them off and then let's hang out for a little bit. So yeah, for sure. So my homie comes, picks all of us up. We tell him about what happened. He laughs. He's like, shit, man, you got study hall Monday? I was like, oh shit, let me check. So I open my phone, I check my schedule, and of course, on Monday, third period, I had study hall. She was probably going to see me and immediately pull me aside and be like, Austin, why are you smoking pot? And fast forward to Monday, I wake up early as fuck in the morning, terrified of going to school because I just knew what was ahead of me. And I get to my first 2 classes, and my third class comes along, study hall, and it wasn't going to be like a normal study hall, I just knew it. Usually I would go into study hall, sit at my table with my friends, play games on my phone, listen to music, but I knew this time it was going to be a little bit different. So I walk into study hall, and she's just standing at her desk, waiting for me to walk in. And the minute I walked into that room, she goes, hey Austin, can I talk to you on the hallway for a second? And my head was like, fuck, here we go. And I say, yeah, of course. So I follow her out in the hallway, and she goes, you know what this is about, don't you? And I was like, yeah, that's a really good idea. And she goes, yeah, it's about your grades. And when she said that, I was so relieved and like and you're like a really smart kid, and I know you are. You just gotta really, really apply yourself and try harder. Can you do that for me? And I was like, yeah, of course I can do that for you. And in my head, I'm just screaming to myself, like, yes, she didn't know it was me. I'm gonna get away with it. And then she said the words that I was hoping to not hear. She goes, oh, and also. And when she said that, I could just tell from the tone in her voice, I was fucked. I was like, what? She goes, I saw you at the park the other day with your friends, and I'm sure you saw me. And I was like, yeah, I saw you. She's like, come on, Austin. Like, I know you're smarter than that. Don't hang out with people that are bad influences on you. Please don't do that again. And I was just like, okay, I won't. She's like, alright, good. You can go in the classroom now. And I was like, wait, that's it? She's like, yeah. I was like, you're not going to call my mom or like the principal or anything? She's like, no, why would I? You didn't do it on school grounds. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, alright, just go back in the classroom and be good from now on and I won't ever bother you again. I'm like, alright, cool. So I went back into the classroom and me and her actually talked about my grades a little bit after that, and I just went about my day after that class. And I was pretty much good. I was like, damn, that went really, really well, surprisingly. I thought she was going to call my parents and like get me in a shit ton of trouble. You know what the funniest thing about the whole story time is? That next summer, I was sitting on the same bench at the same park with the same friends, smoking again, and she walked by and saw us with her boyfriend, and she stops and looks at us and just goes, hi guys. And I'm like, hi. She goes, hi Austin. And she just turns and then walks away with her boyfriend. Didn't even seem pissed off at all. And I don't know, I just thought that was funny, and a funny end to the story time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it. Leave your stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later.
Just getting serious, make a bitch delirious. Bitches on my dick, boys so mysterious. I was making history. Wrist keep spinning like a fucking rotisserie. Got my wrist whipping, looking like chefs and oregano. Am I right?
Hit your bitch with a left, hit your bitch with a left, yeah. Rotisserie chicken. Know what I'm cooking, know what I'm hitting, baby. Wanna meet me like I'm Scottie Pippen. Ooh, triple headshot, and the last one dropped a blue. Give me that. Oh.
My hometown is not loyal. I'm not gonna say hoes. We out here respecting the women, but you know what I mean. Like,
Oh hell yeah.
sometimes from your hometown, especially, are not loyal. And yeah, there was one girl I dated 2 years ago, and I caught her cheating in the worst way possible. But anyway, guys, before I get into this story, if you guys want to check out my story
26.
live right this moment as the video goes up, if you watch this video in the first hour or two of it going up, I'm live right now, so come check it out. I got face cam on. You can see my ugly ass face. I'll be telling stories, playing video games, just talking to all y'all. It's cool. But anyway, today's story, let's hope this up, okay? This is probably one of the worst occurrences that involves me being cheated on, okay? Like, I've had things before where, you know, I've dated a girl and, like, I've texted other guys, before Facebook ways, before with other people, kiss someone else, but this was a fucked way to find out, okay? So leave a like on the video right now from my heart 2 years ago, okay? So, I was dating this girl 2 years now, and this day started off like
A cat.
okay? I've been
Bang.
dating her for months, like
That's
really 3 or 4 months.
that
We were
bad.
really close. And
Ah,
she seemed
bitch.
awesome. And I was so
You
relieved
fucking
that,
bitch shot him.
yes, finally, the relationship is good and like not getting cheated on or anything like that.
What the hell are you doing, dude? Oh shit, dude. That's OP as fuck. Is there anybody else? Yeah, there is.
She could only hang till 4 because she had to go to dinner with her family. And that seemed pretty believable. And I mean, her family liked me, but not enough to invite me to dinner all the time with them. So it didn't bother me or anything. I believed her, and I ended up leaving around that time. And I went back to my house. And like 2 or 3 hours go by, right? And my friend texted me and he's like, yo, are you coming to this party tonight? And I was like, where at? And he's like, this person's house. And I knew the person who was hosting the party. And I was like, nah, I'm probably not gonna go, man. He's like, come on, dude, don't be a bitch. Like, cruise, come for like hours, dude, we're coming out with everyone, we're all gonna be there. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And I pretty much agreed with the person. And 2 more hours go by, and I get a text from him again. And he says, can you call me? And I was like, okay, whatever. So I call him, and he sounds like he's outside at a party. He's like, hold on a sec. It takes him like 2 minutes, and he finally gets somewhere quiet. He's like, yo, I finally know why you're not here tonight. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you don't have to lie to me. You can be honest. Like, I'm gonna call you pussy. I was like, what are you talking about? Because I was actually confused. I was like, bro, like, your girl told me everything that happened. And I was like, oh, she's there? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, motherfucker. I was like, okay, what happened? And he's like, she told me that you guys broke up today and shit. And at this point, I was completely mind fucked. I was like, what are you talking about? Did she say this? He's like, yeah, dude, it's not a big deal. Just told me what happened. I was like, okay, what did she tell you? She's like, well, she came over and she broke shit off with you because she didn't feel the same way anymore. And that you were really heartbroken about it. And she even told me not to call you right now and talk to you about this because she said you were so upset. And she didn't want you to know that she was at a party right now having fun. And I was like, okay, wait, let me get this straight. She told you that she broke up with me and didn't want you to tell me about it. To cover her ass so I didn't find out she was at a party having fun. And he's like, yeah, pretty much. Like, he didn't want you to be hurt that she was here having fun right after the breakup. I was like, okay, wait, define having fun. Like, what's she doing there? He said, well, she was dancing with this kid. And I was like, oh, fun. He said, yeah, they were kind of feeling on each other. And I was like, motherfucker. Alright, well, hold on. I'll be there in a little bit. He's like, alright, dope. So I ended up walking there, and it took me like almost an hour. But finally I get there, and I go inside, say hey to my friend, and I start talking to him. I'm like, yo, first of all, everything she told you was a lie. She never dumped me. She hung out earlier, and everything was fine. And basically, she lied to me. She did dump me. Because that way you wouldn't call me and like hurt my feelings by mentioning her name. But the reality of it is, we never broke up, so that wouldn't hurt my feelings. As a matter of fact, it sucks harder to hear that she's at a party right now dealing with other people. And she's like, yeah, bro, like, let's go find her. Okay, let's do it. So it didn't take long. Within like 5 minutes of searching for her, we found her, and she was dancing with the dude that was hosting the party, and she was grinding on him and shit, and kissing him, and just pretty much cheating on me. And the best part about the whole thing is, she was wearing my hoodie while doing so. Yeah, how fucked is that? Like, completely just wearing something I gave her while cheating. So I walked up to both of them, and when she saw me, she looked like she completely shit her pants, and was like, what are you doing here? And I was like, what are you doing here? And I said, I had dinner with my fucking family. Like, you completely lied. And you're fucking cheating on me. And you're telling my friends bullshit about how you dumped me. And not to call me and tell me that you're at the party. And that, like, I'm so hurt. Like, no. And she wasn't saying a word. She was just standing there completely speechless. So after, like, 10 seconds of staring at me and not saying a word, she's finally just like, I don't know what to say other than sorry. And I was like, just give me my hoodie back. She's like, what? I was like, give me the hoodie that you're wearing. That's my hoodie. Give it to me. She's like, why do you want it back? I was like, because it's my fucking hoodie. Give it to me. She's like, okay, can we talk about this later? I was like, no. Give me the hoodie, and I'm never going to talk to you again. She's like, but I'm cold. It's cold out. I was like, your fucking kids can fall off with frostbite for all I care. I don't give a fuck. Give me my hoodie. Please and thank you. Okay, fine. She takes her off. Gives me the hoodie. The dude just keeps saying sorry to me about the whole thing. He's like, oh, I had no idea. Like, I'm so sorry. You just enjoy your party and enjoy her. She'll probably go cheat on you in like a week. So just keep an eye out. He's like, alright, man. I was like, alright, have a good one. And I smiled and waved at both of them. And I walked away, and my friend followed. And I walked outside and started walking home. And my friend was following me. He's like, dude, are you good? Are you good, man? Like, I'm here for you. I was like, dude, I honestly don't even fucking care. He's like, oh. He's like, yeah, I honestly don't. Like, go have fun. I don't mind. He's like, you sure? He's like, yeah, dude, go back to the party. And he did. He went back, and I just walked home, went inside, started playing some video games, and just kind of went about my night. I was pretty much unfazed for the whole rest of that night. She tried texting me and calling me, but I ignored her. And the whole rest of that week, I was doing pretty good. Towards the end, it kind of got sucky. You know, getting cheated on doesn't feel too good. But for the most part, I was pretty much fine. Still shitty to find out, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much another story of how I got cheated on and found out. And yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Leave your... Hey, what's up, guys? It's Austin. It's been a long, long time since I've done one of those just my face cringes while I tell these stories. And everyone seems to laugh at me being the worst situations, but I don't know about this one. This one's pretty fucked up for me. And I'm gonna try my best to just keep a straight face through the whole thing, but every time I talk to my friends about this, my face just makes a horrible expression. But anyway, this story took place when I was 12. I just turned 12 at this time. I was at my friend's birthday party. He had like a birthday party at his house, and there was like 6 kids there when I showed up, and I didn't even know half them, so it was kind of awkward at first. But his party, quote-unquote party, you know, it was fun, it was cool, but his mom and dad were there, and we were just pretty much sitting there drinking fuck tons of soda and playing Xbox. That was pretty much what we were doing. And I just want to get this clear. I kind of overdid it. I like soda and shit, but for some reason this night I just drank a lot. And that sounds really cringy. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, yeah, okay, my bad. I don't know if any of you just heard that, but I got interrupted by my friends screaming outside my door. But anyway, I'm not trying to sit here and be like, oh, I was a real badass 12-year-old. I drank a fuck ton of Dr. Pepper. Like, that's not what I'm doing. But it just makes sense in the story later, okay? So listen. The night went on, and my friend's dad goes to work, okay, at 3 a.m. 3 in the fucking morning, he had to go to work. When his job started, he had a really weird hour shift thing. But he left, and his mom went to bed already, so it was just the kids now. we were just doing what we were doing, drinking soda and playing Xbox, and everyone started getting tired, and I wasn't getting tired because I drank a fuck ton of soda, and they did too, but for some reason they were still able to pass out, and everyone passes out, and little Austin was just sitting there on the couch, everyone just sitting around him, and all of a sudden I just start getting this feeling, this weird feeling, like my dick's about to explode, okay? Like, I'm just gonna put it that way. Horrible choice of words to describe that, but anyway, basically I got the feeling that I just had to pee unbelievably bad, like, I'm talking releasing Niagara Falls. I was just struggling, and I get up, and I go up to the upstairs bathroom, the only one nearby, and I start trying to open the door, and the door won't open, and I was like, oh, this is great, I'm about to pee my pants, everyone's asleep, including my friend's mom, so she can't help, and I'm gonna pee myself pretty much. No one was in the bathroom, I knocked several different times, the lights were on, no one answered, it was just broken, the door was broken, it wouldn't open.
It's all about where you belong. Warlocks have their libraries. Titans have their walls. Hunters belong in the wilds. You take aim before you pull the bow. It doesn't make sense. It's the void. So you take aim in the middle of a firefight. Shut. Then pull the bow. Always worth it for the looks on their faces.
Hey, you've got company.
So I ran downstairs, awkward to piss my pants, shake my friend awake. Dude, your bathroom is broken, like the door won't open, I gotta pee. He's like, someone's probably in it, it's probably blocked. I was like, no, it's blocked, but no one's in it, I knocked, the lights are off. He's like, dude, just let me sleep, I'm exhausted, it's my birthday. Dude, I don't care about you getting up and helping me, I just need to like find somewhere to go, like give them bottles out here or something. He's like, a bottle? What are you, sick? I was like, dude, I'm either going in a bottle, fixing that bathroom door and letting me go there, or I'm gonna pee myself right next to you. I'm gonna sit right next to you and pee my pants and stare at you. She's like, oh, fuck you off. He gets up, runs upstairs with me following behind him, and go up to the hallway, and he tries to open it, and it didn't work, and because I was right, the door was fucked up and broken. He's like, ah. He runs over to his mom's room, knocks on the door, and says, Mom, opens the door, and I can hear music coming from her room when he opens the door for like a split second, and then I just hear a scream. A fucking high-ass yell from his mom's room, from his mom, and the only thing that went through my head was like, okay, what the fuck did he just walk in on? And I quickly ran over to the door, thinking that like there was an emergency, like my friend's mom was like dying or some shit because of the scream. And when I looked in the doorway, I just saw this weird pink thing sitting on the floor, vibrating. I heard music, and I saw my friend's mom with blankets pulled up to her neck, and I was just like, nope. No, I'm not doing this. And I turned around and I walked away from the room, just like with my hand on my head, just quickly walking towards the staircase as fast as possible. And I run down the stairs just to the sound of my friend's mom yelling at him for not giving her enough privacy, and just this thought in my head.
Over there.
It's so gross. For anyone that's confused and doesn't know what I'm talking about, I'm sure you all do, but my friend opens the door and walks in on his mom, going and just masturbating with a vibrator, and then she threw it to the ground in panic because he walked in, and then I walked in thinking that she was screaming because there was an emergency, and I saw the vibrator, and I saw my mom, and I was like, yeah, why? Why me? If any of you see me in real life, just don't even talk to me. I'm like literally a fucking sponge. I'm like a sponge that just soaks up horrible luck.
You hear that from some warlock? The void ain't special. It sure is creepy. So odd, that's for sure. But it isn't special. So it was make it for a lovely evening. Always. Hey, you've got nothing to worry.
The nobleman stood
was a beacon, hope given form. Yes, go on, you man. And within that truth, there was great promise. If one man could stand against another, then so too could everyone. So too could everyone. In a strong hand, the man held a rose. And his aura burned bright. I looked at her and wondered how many innocents' lives she'd ended on a broken parade. She did the strangest thing. The last shot pistol from her band.
There's the shot. Did you hear that? Take it. Inbound.
Takana. Takan. Oh shit. This is... That would be... Okay. Energy. Wait a minute.
That shot must have a little life left to give.
Please give me your light. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. That fucking
Slowly releases it as I walk around and just cause bullshit to happen. But anyway, back to the story. I ran downstairs, back to the basement. Everyone was awake at this point, so I heard the yelling from upstairs. And I just go down there with this horrified look on my face. My friends are all looking at me, or my friends and my friends, like mutual friends or whatever. They looked at me like, what the fuck just happened? And all I said was good night. And I just literally dropped the blankets, laid my head down in just complete embarrassment because it was like my fault. And I just tried to force myself to sleep. And I didn't. You wanna know why? I didn't pee. Okay, I still had Niagara Falls chilling beside me. And then this is just the even better part. My friend didn't come down for the rest of the night. I think he was so like horrified at what he saw Mom doing. Just went to his room upstairs and didn't come out. And the whole next morning was just the most awkward shit in the world. I don't know if she knew that I was the kid that walked in on her with my friend, but I was just sitting at that table, the worst look on my face, just pancakes. And he probably thought, like, what's wrong with this kid? What is he seeing? Why is he so scared of fucking pancakes? But yeah, I don't know if she knew or not that it was because I walked in on her that night. But yeah, that's pretty much where it ended. My mom came and picked me up. I got in her car, and I just told my mom, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna come back here for a while. Why? I want to talk about it. And that's pretty much the end. I mean, hopefully you all gonna laugh at my pain and horrible awkwardness. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And this is actually pretty similar to another experience I had that I think I've talked about on this channel. But if I can say anything that I need to say that, yeah, this is actually similar to another experience. There's just more, there's multiple awful things that happen to me at other people's houses. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the story in that video today. Please leave a like if you guys did enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new, leave your awkward ass stories in the comments down below, because those will be fun to read. And yeah, see you guys all tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna not use that. Yep. El Kake. Oh shit, this is a streamline? Yeah. Very much. This shit's super good. It's better than my normal rocket launcher, and it's a streamline. Bah! Bah! Bat! Bah! 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 Eat this bow and arrow bullshit. Yeah!
Anything to stop us from leaving.
Bah! Taking wizard, taking goblin, taking niggas. Taking niggas' life from them. I bet. Watch this. Shoot this shit into a whole crowd. Bang. And then it connects and does damage, I guess. I think it does void damage, but void is taken's like a superpower, so it's like superpower. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, bitch. You wanna go? Yeah. Yeet, nigga. Yeet, nigga. Hit him. Hit him. Bottle, we go. We go. Can I not select these? Oh shit, I can't. Not right now. This has gotta charge faster. It's only got one motherfucking bullet.
Nicely done. Let's get out of here. I'm ready for a change of scenery.
What's up, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. I'm a little bit sick, so I'm sorry if I sound like I have, I don't know, a fucking sinus infection. I don't know. But today's story is one of those ones I haven't told in a long time, okay? Like, one of those stories where it's like, what the fuck? So,
I don't know why
the story time, I'm just gonna jump right into this. Takes place about 4 years ago, okay? So this takes place when young Luna was in high school, okay? Now, started off as a normal day, like always. Went to school, got out of school, linked up with some friends. That's where it all starts. I get in the car with my friends, and my friends are like 2 grades above me, so they could drive and shit like that. I get in the back, and my one friend who was driving, it was his car, he starts freaking out and telling me this story. And it's about something that happened this same day. And the story he was telling me was about this dude that went to our school, who I knew. I actually knew him, and he was a sketchy-ass dude. And when he mentioned his name, I already knew this story was going to be bad, because he seemed pissed. And when he said that guy's name, I was like, fuck, I know who that is. He's sketchy. He probably fucked over my friend. Basically, just the story was, this dude got caught selling weed in school, and to try and get out of it, he just made bullshit up. He was like, well, you think me selling weed in the school is bad? You should see, and he says my friend's name, but he's like, you should see him. He literally sells it out of his car all day, every day, like every morning and every fucking afternoon. He has pounds in that shit. And sure enough, they called my friend up, they issued a search on his car, found a little bag of weed that was just his, that he smokes, not sell, and yeah, my friend got fucking suspended, and he was pissed. He was telling me the whole story, and luckily he got suspended right before school was ending, so like, he was able to get in his car and wait for us. But like, yeah, it still fucking sucks. So anyway, he's like, I already know what I'm gonna do. Like, I already know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go to his house right now. And I was like, yo, like, chill out. Like, let's not go to his fucking house. Like, this is already a problem. Like, if you go to his house, it's just gonna escalate and get even worse. He's like, dude, I want it to fucking escalate. Like, I wanna have this shit go fucking crazy. And I was like, dude, that's not how you wanna handle it. You're just getting more trouble. He's like, dude, I was fucking dead. And I was like, alright, whatever. That's what it was. He's like, yeah, thank you. And sure enough, he puts the fucking car and drive. We all drive out of there. And he gets on route to this dude's fucking house. And I'm like, oh no, what is he about to do? Like, what is he about to do? Please tell me it's something too fucked up. Please tell me he doesn't want to fight him or something. Because, like, at his parents' house, it's just not a good idea. His parents will just call the cops, we'll get in trouble. Like, please let it be something that doesn't involve being the cops calls, right? Like, please let it be like a harmless prank. Sure enough, it was a prank, but it definitely wasn't fully harmless. So we get to this dude's house, and my friend parks the car like 4 houses down, so he can't be seen too easily. And he goes, guys, wait here. And we're like, what are you gonna do? He's like, you'll see, just wait here. And we're like, come on, man, please be careful. He's like, I will. And he gets out of the fucking car, and he runs over to the dude's yard. And I see him crouched behind a bush by the front door, like right in front of the door. And he's crouching behind the bush. So I'm thinking he's hiding, right? Like he set something up. And then he gets up, and he rings the doorbell, and he just books it back to the car. He runs over. And he gets in the car, like, evil laughing. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is so funny? What did you just do? He's like, just wait, just wait. And we're all staring at the door. And his mom answers it. And her face went from, like, I'm having the greatest day in the world, to, like, someone literally just shit on my doorstep. That's because he shit on their fucking doorstep. Like, what? Like, okay, I get, like, you know, maybe egging a fucking house, toilet papering the house, I don't know, ringing the doorbell and running away. But to shit on their doorstep, just fucking shit on the doorstep, why? So anyway, the mom then goes back inside and gets the dad, and of course, the son follows. So the whole family's looking at this fucking turd on the front doorstep, and they're just staring at it. And I'm like, what the fuck? All of a sudden, I see the dad look at our car and just point at it. And my friend goes, oh fuck, we're spotted. He turns the car on and he just dips out of there. He peels out. And I was like, what the fuck? So after that, my friend dropped me off home. He dropped off everybody else home. And he went home himself. And the next day, I go into school and I get a text from my friend, the one who got suspended, the one who did shit on the doorstep of the dude that lied about him. He goes, yo, I have the funniest story to tell you today. Like, I think everybody else gets. Okay. So after that text, I went about my day. I was so excited. It felt like the longest day ever. Like, I really wanted to hear his story because I knew it was funny as fuck, and I knew it was related to the previous night. So I get to the school finally. I get out. I jump in his car, and everyone's already in there. He's like, guys, like, funniest shit happened last night. I'm like, what happened? He goes, you know how I shit on social doorstep? I was like, yeah. He goes, a fucking sheriff showed up to my house that night. I was like, no. He's like, dude, he spotted my car around 3 and he called the cops. There was parents there or something. And yeah, they fucking, the sheriff showed up to my house and he almost arrested me. I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, dude, like, you showed up to my house. And he's like, you're literally messing with people's property. Like, I can have you arrested right now. Do you understand how serious this is? Like, you can't go and do that to someone's property. Like, you literally took a shit on someone's doorstep. And my friend's like, dude, after he said that, he started to smirk. Like, this cop was trying to be serious so bad, but he couldn't fathom that I shit on someone's doorstep. And he started to, like, laugh. And I started dying at that point. Because, like, how funny is that? Like, imagine a cop being super serious. Like, you can't just go around shitting on people's doorsteps. And he just starts fucking laughing about it because he just can't fathom how funny that is. Like, just, I wouldn't be able to either if I was a fucking cop and I get a call, like, yeah, you gotta go talk to this kid. He shit on someone's doorstep for revenge. Like, I can't keep a straight face when I'm talking to someone about that. Like, how do you tell someone you can't be pooping on people's doorsteps, dude? What the fuck? But yeah, he ended up being okay. My friend definitely got revenge for the other dude lying about him. And yeah, it's all in all a funny fucking story. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like on this video if you guys did enjoy it. Leave your stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. See you guys all later. Peace. Did you ever meet someone and you just think this is one of the fucking sketchiest individuals you've ever met? This story talks about one of those people, okay? Actually, it's about a bunch of individuals in specific, okay? So this story time takes place about 2 years back. I was actually going to an EDM festival with my friends. There was a huge EDM concert going on not too far away from my hometown. So my plan was basically just to hang out there for the night with my friends. And we went there, and we were trying to decide whether or not we wanted to stay there for the night, like camp there, with some other friends of ours that were there, or if we were just going to drive home later that night. But we basically decided on, like, we'll just see what happens. Like, we're going to go, we have a lot of fun, and we get too tired, we'll just sleep there with some friends of ours that attend, or if we're still feeling some energy at the end of the night, and my friend wants to, we'll just drive home with him. So we get to the festival, and the first 2 hours was really fun. Everything was going perfect, we were having fun, we met up with some other friends of ours there, we had a group of 6 in total, we were just having fun, enjoying the music, and then these 2 girls came up to me and my friend and started talking forth. And after getting to know them a little bit, they ended up inviting us back to their tents. They had like 2 tents on the campgrounds. They wanted us to come hang out with more of their friends. So I was down, and my friend was down. So we told the rest of our friends, like, hey, we're gonna be right back. We're gonna hang out with these girls for a little bit. And everyone was cool with that. No one really cared. They pretty much just told us, like, have fun. We'll be here when you get back. And that's what we did. So we followed these 2 girls to the campground, and they brought us to these 2 pretty big tents. And I can't lie, at this point I was feeling a little bit sketched out, because honestly, it's not like me to kind of like wander off with random people, hang out with them. But they seemed like trustworthy girls. They didn't seem like, you know, sketchy or anything like that. But when we got to the campgrounds and got to their tents, that's when I felt a little bit uncomfortable, because there was just so many people that I didn't know. And there was these 3 guys in one of the tents, and they just seemed so drunk and probably on drugs and just so out of it. And one of them gets up and he's like, what's up, dudes? Glad you came to party. And he gives us like a big bear hug, me and my friend. And we were like, oh, what's up, man? How you doing? He's like, good, good. I'm glad you guys came. And I was like, yeah, me too. And he's like, fuck yeah, bro. Well, come on in. And he gets to the tent, and me and my friend, these 2 girls, all squeeze in with him and these 2 other guys. And it like just did not work. Like we were like barely fitting in this tent. And it made no sense because there was a whole nother tent with like 2 or 3 other people in it. So we definitely could have like fit better if we used both tents, but this guy invited us into the one. So me and my buddy, we squeezed in with these 2 girls, and there's like these 3 other guys there, and there's a cooler right in the middle of the tent. And the dude opens it up and he starts taking out beers. He says, you guys want one? And I was like, nah man, I'm good, I don't drink. He points to my friend. My friend's like, yeah, I'll take one. So he throws him a beer, and then he takes out a bottle of water, and he's like, well, you want water or anything? And I was like, yeah man, that'd be great. And he tosses me the water, labelless water bottle, and it seemed like it was sealed. I didn't really look at the tap or anything. I just thought it was a normal fucking water bottle. So I didn't think much of it. So I just set the bottle down next to me, and I wait. So I figured, you know, I'll open it a little bit and start sipping it. And one of the dudes, who wasn't saying a single word, one of these random guys, kind of like scooches over to my side of the tent. He sits down right next to me, in between me and this girl. And I go to pick up my water, and he grabs my hand, like very tightly, he looks me in the eyes. And at this point I'm just thinking, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how fucked up is this dude? He just grabbed my hand, he's looking me in the eyes with this like concerned stare. And then he nods no. Like he nods his head back and forth with no emotion. And I'm thinking to myself, like, fuck, and then I realize he's trying to tell me not to drink the water. So I just look at him and I nod back, kind of like a thank you nod. And then I look down at the water bottle and I can see that the cap isn't sealed, so the water was already open, which means they most definitely slipped something into it, some kind of drug. So I set the water down and I was so fucking pissed, I was so mad. I just go, yo, what the fuck's wrong with this water you just gave me? And I look at the dude that handed it to me, you know, the original guy that gave me the hug. And he's like, what are you talking about, bro? Nothing. And I was like, yeah, then why isn't the fucking cap sealed? Like, this was opened already. And he's like, I don't know, someone else might have drank out of it before you. I was like, dude, fuck you, what'd you put in it? He said, nothing. You don't want to hang? Then don't hang. Don't come in here with that bullshit. And I was like, alright man, sounds good. So I opened the water and I just dump it out all over him. And he's like, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? And he's just looking at me all confused and angry. And I'm thinking to myself, like, holy shit, I'm about to get fucking shit beat out of me. Because I'm in a tent right now where I don't know most of the people. They're probably his friends. They're probably about to jump me for dumping water on his friend. But he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, tell me what was in that water. And he goes, you're fucked, bro. You're absolutely fucked. I'm like, dude, what was in that water I was just about to drink? He goes, I thought you were down to hang, have a good time, and do some Molly. And I was like, was there Molly in that water? He goes, yeah, I'm doing you a favor. I was like, fuck you, and I took the bottle at him. And I start falling out of the tent. My friend follows. And as we're leaving the tent, he just yells, like, whatever, good fucking riddance. And I just felt, like, honestly lucky. I thought all of his friends were trying to jump me or some shit, but, like, they just didn't care. They must have known this was full of shit. So I crawl out of the tent with my friend, and there's another dude behind us. And I turn around and I look, and it's the guy that warned me about the water. So I just straight up asked him, the first thing I said, I was like, yo, how'd you know that water had Molly in it? And he's like, honestly, man, I didn't know that it had Molly in it, but I knew that there was something in it, because when he opened the cooler, he had a bunch of labelless waters, and there was no seal on most of the caps. And I was like, shit. He's like, yeah. I was like, how do you know him? He's like, I really don't know him. I'm just camping right over there. And he points like 4 tents down. He's like, yeah, my tent's over there. Like, I was just walking by, and he invited me in with a bunch of his friends to party. I'm guessing he either wanted me to get really, really drunk, or he wanted me to drink that water that he's trying to get you to drink. And I was like, shit, dude, thank you. He's like, yeah, man, no problem. So then I asked him, I'm like, bro, why don't you come hang out with us? Like, we have a bunch of friends by the stage. Let's just all go fucking have fun, listen to the music. He's like, word, I'm down. So me, my friend, and our new friend just walked over to where the concert was, and we met up with our other friends, introduced him, explained the whole story of how we met him, and all my friends thanked him for warning me about the water, and pretty much just like happy that I was good, I didn't drink some weird shit. Because honestly, to this day, it might not have been Molly in that water. It could have been anything. Like, I'll probably never know. But right before the music started in the next act, the dude was like, yo, I'll be right back. The dude that, like, won't give up the water. I was like, where are you going? Come on, let's have something. Runs away. And I'm thinking, okay, that was nothing to do. 30 minutes later, he comes back, he goes, guess what? I'm like, what? Dude, I told the security on the campground about that dude handing out drugs water, and they shut his whole site down and told him to go home. I was like, are you fucking serious? He's like, yep. Security went over to his tent, told him and all of his friends to pack up their stuff, and got escorted out. I was like, holy shit, you're a legend. He's like, yeah, dude, fuck that guy. Don't do that, that's not cool. I was like, yeah, that's for real. And after that, me, him, my friend, and all the rest of our friends pretty much chilled and listened to music and had fun. And it was a great rest of the night. Yeah, that was pretty much the end of the story time. The story is, don't drink stuff and get people in. You don't know. Don't drink anything that looks sketchy. There's no label on it. Go on the tap especially. Don't touch it. And yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much the end of the story time. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it. Leave your stories in the comments down below.
Yep, there's another.
See you all later.
There's two. There's two. Fucking happy as hell, because I know that she's gonna get me fucked. Shit, too.
Hey, what's going on? Luna here, and thought I'd do another drug video today. I mean, it's kind of short between the other one, but the other one's got crazy amounts of support. It just killed the likes and the support in general. So thank you guys for that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to be talking about something pretty crazy in this video. Just an experience in general that was super just filled with energy. Kind of funny because yesterday's video was about caffeine, and then today's video is about fucking Adderall. I think it's kind of funny. And before I start this, don't feel inspired to go out and do something just because you watch one of my videos. I mean, I kind of stopped saying shit like this because I know you guys are smart and stuff like that. But I just couldn't imagine waking up one day and just like checking my Twitter feed and just seeing like a video being like, here man, look at this video, I made it for you. And I just click it, and it's just like some fucking kid just, walking in his kitchen, doing his normal thing. And he goes over to like the stove, he's got some mac and cheese, boiling in the fucking pot. And then he looks over at the counter and there's just this line of cocaine. And he's just like, oh, I forgot about that. Fucking just snorts it, just sort of straight up, and he's just like, I did this for you. Okay, let's face it, that probably wouldn't happen. But anyway, today's video I'm going to be talking about something, and it's pretty crazy, so I'm going to start this off. So we went to the store, okay, me and my good friend. And my friend's way older than me, he's about to turn 20. And he came to my house to pick me up to go to the store to get energy drinks, then we're going to go over to his house and do this crazy room clean out. He wanted me to like come over and like help him just build this crazy setup. Because he just got done, he bought a gaming computer, and he basically just bought a whole bunch of shit for his setup, and he wanted to completely redo his room, and he wanted me to help him, considering I knew about that stuff, so I was so down to do it. Obviously, I love doing stuff like that, and I probably should have recorded it, because it wasn't long ago, it was last year, and it was like in the beginning stages of YouTube, and it would have made for a sick-ass video. Actually, now that I think about it, it wouldn't have been a sick video at all, considering of the circumstances, but anyway, he took me to the store first to get energy drinks, considering we wanted to like hype ourselves up before we did this. And we went to the store, and before we even could like get to the aisle where the drinks were, right in the front of the store we met someone that he knew. I didn't know this dude whatsoever, but you could just tell this guy was a little bit shady looking. And my friend knew him really well. He approached him, shook his hand, they were talking, and they were talking about something with drugs. That's all I knew, considering the dude goes, yeah, I've been hitting licks lately. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Because like back then, I don't know, I just didn't know what the fuck hitting licks meant. So I didn't want to ask him, but I was just kind of sitting there listening to him. And then he started mentioning stuff about weed. So I kind of put the two together. I was like, okay, I'm guessing it means something with money or selling or something. And sure enough, it did. Later that night, I Googled it because, I'm a fucking nerd. And I looked it up. I was like, what does hitting licks mean? I felt like a fucking old lady. And I'm looking through like Urban Dictionary and shit, and it's like, hitting licks. To make a lot of money in a short period of time. And I was like, okay, I'll remember that. And I did, and that's what I'm talking about in this video. But anyway, we were talking to this dude in the store, and my friend told me, he's like, yo, go grab the drinks, and just meet me back here, considering, he's catching up with this dude. So I just walked away and went looking for the drinks, considering I was cool with that. He was catching up with an old friend. And I went to the little aisle, grabbed some energy drinks and stuff like that, put them in a basket, and I brought it up to the front, because he gave me the money to pay for it. And I paid for everything, got it all ready. and walked back up to the front, and they were still talking, and it actually looked like they were like just got done doing something. And he's like, yeah, you have fun with that, you have fun with that. And the guy just started walking away. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? So I asked my friend, I was like, what did he mean by that? And he's just like, oh, I just bought some stuff off him. I was like, what was it? He goes, I'll tell you in the car, come on. So we went over to the car, alright, and we're putting everything away. And he's like, yo, have you ever tried Adderall? And I just looked at him and I was like, oh my goodness, why, man? He's like, because I just bought some off that dude. He sells drugs now. I was like, great. So I just fucking agreed to do it, to be honest. Okay, I knew some things about it. I tried it beforehand. I knew what it did. This was obviously a higher dose, I'm pretty sure, just by like looking at it. And I was like, okay, well, as long as are you sure this shit's safe? He's like, yeah, I've known this guy for years. Like, he would never do anything like that. I was like, alright, man. So we took it in the car, alright? And by the time we hit his house, by the time we got home, it already hit me. Like, I was fucking hyped. I just, like, my brain was working a million different things in a minute. And we really didn't even know what to do with ourselves. We were so fucking hyped up and just, you know, in that work mode. So we got out of his car, grabbed everything, you know, quickly put it inside, and then went down to the basement and just went into straight up work mode, like, straight up. He got his gaming PC out, he showed me, like, a layout. He drew up a fucking blueprint. He grabbed a notebook, and he drew up of what he wanted it to look like. He did a really good fucking job, too. Like I said, I wish I recorded this, but at the same time I don't. Because I shit you not, I felt like a chipmunk on crack. I don't even want to imagine what it would look like on video on my YouTube channel. But anyway, he drew out this blueprint, he told me what he wanted, and, you know, where he wanted everything. And it seemed simple enough, so I just went off that. And we were in, like, straight up work mode, just grinding. When we were done with all that, too, like, I took a vacuum, I vacuumed like the whole fucking floor for no reason. We didn't even have to vacuum, the floor looked fine. And I just did little shit that didn't matter, but I did it in so fast of like a time that it didn't even feel like I was doing it. I was just going hard. And the whole night we just cleaned. It sounds really fucking stupid. I know some of you are gonna be like, why? But I don't know, we were just in like this crazy work mode. And that's what we did, and I guess we put this fucking Adderall to good use, considering we made the whole basement look spotless and made it look crazy awesome. Like, he had LEDs set up, we mounted his TV on the wall, and we removed his bed and everything, so like the whole place looks so cool. But yeah, after we got done with that, we were just having conversations and just like shooting ideas back and forth of what else we could do. We kind of kept cleaning and just kept, you know, fucking working. And after we got that done with, it looked awesome. Just everything looked sick. The whole house was kind of spotless at that point. Because I remember there was one part in the night where I literally went upstairs and the kitchen didn't look good. Like, there was dishes out. I fucking cleaned his kitchen for no reason. No reason whatsoever. I just did it to be nice, I guess, and because I wanted something to do. And then after that was all done, we had nothing else to do. And instead of cleaning, we actually put our time to good use and, you know, like, made videos and played Xbox and shit like that. But it was really fucking crazy. Just the stuff we got done was unbelievable, and it was really, really insane. But anyway, guys, I thought you would enjoy this story, just because it's, you know, involved me acting like a fucking crazy psycho, made chipmunk, whatever words you could use for crazy and insane and hyper, you know, put them in the comments. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. If you did like the video, leave a like, really helps. And yeah, guys, love y'all so much. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.
I'm reading signs of hive ritual activity, Guardian. Up for it? Handled this before.
They must really love this spot.
The hive do require precise conditions for their rituals.
What's poppin', sloppin'?
What's going on, guys? Austin here, or Luna. So today we finally have our 20K story. Crazy life story. One of the craziest it's gonna be on my channel. Or not, maybe it won't be, I don't know, but you know, you guys, one of my most frequent asked questions, have you tried acid? Have you tried it? Have you done that? And I usually used to, I'm not gonna lie, when I first started YouTube, I told people no. I was like, no, I don't do acid. Don't do it. I've tried it a few times. Quite a few of those times were very bad. If you want to see like another trip story after this, but, you know, basically I didn't want to do a story about this on my channel because I didn't want to make anyone like think that they should go out and do it. So I'm gonna before I start the story, I'd like to say before you watch this, you know, acid, I do not condone the use of it. I don't think you should go out and do it just because you watch a video on it. And make sure, you know, stay away from it. Stick to weed, nothing but, you know. So anyway, now let's get to the story. Okay. 1 year back, when I was at the very ending stages of being like a pothead where I used to smoke all the time, this was literally like 4 weeks before I had my panic attack that like made me stop smoking and stuff like that. So I had a friend, a particular friend, who was a very big druggie. And when I say druggie, I mean like straight up, like he would do acid, he would do mushrooms, he would do stuff even worse than that. He was always just trying to get a quick buzz, and no matter how he got it, he wanted to do it. So, you know, whether it was weed, if he didn't have weed, he'd go into something more intense, way more worse for you. And I always tried to get him to get off some of the shit, but you really can't. So I just had to deal with it. And he used to offer me stuff all the time, and I always used to say, nah, fuck that, no, like get that out of my face. So one day, it was 2:30, school just got out. I walked to his house after school, and he had, I think, I'm trying to think of how many tabs he had. He had quite a few tabs of these acid, the LSD. And I didn't know anything about it at the time, like straight up, I don't know anything about it at all, like I really don't. I can't throw facts out there about it because I don't know. You know, back then, I used to think acid stayed in your system for years at a time, when I'm pretty sure, it doesn't. I'm pretty sure it did in your system for like a day or something, I don't know, but that could be wrong too. I don't know anything about this. So I was clueless going into the situation, keep that in mind, that's why I'm such a noob. So he had shitloads of acid tabs, and I was convinced that he was selling them, but I guess not. I guess he just had a lot because he liked doing acid. So we got into his house, we were watching TV, smoking weed, and he looked at me and he gave me like a grin, and I asked him, I was like, what's up? And he's like, so would you ever be down to try LSD? And I was like, what? And he's like, you know, LSD, acid, would you ever be down to trip with me? And I was like, dude, I don't know. Like, I said I don't know, because at this time I was curious. I'm not going to lie, I was curious and I wanted to try it, but at the same time I was like, no, Austin, you're an idiot, don't do it, it's bad. You know, you could have a bad trip, you could freak yourself out. And a lot of anxiety was really rushing through my body at this point. So, I looked at him and I said, I don't know, maybe one day. He's like, what if that one day was today? And I was like, nah, I don't think so, man. He's like, but what if you did? And he pulled out his wallet. He pulled out his wallet and he said, what if you did? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, come on, just one time tonight, let's do it. And I was like, seriously, dude? Like, it's a school night. Like, it's a school night. Like, come on. He's just like, no, come on, man. Let's just do it. He kept laughing and saying, come on, let's just do it. And at this point, I wasn't like saying yes, but I was just laughing at him because he kept saying, come on, man. What if you did? Come on. I was laughing. And he's like, come on, seriously. So he pulled up, in his wallet, he had this little pocket where he would usually keep like a credit card. He takes out a few tabs of this LSD, and they, you know, if you've ever seen a tab of them, they're like little paper squares, and they have little drops of LSD on them. And, you know, there's like 4 or 5 of them right there. And I didn't want to do, like, I seriously told him, I was like, if I was to ever do acid, I'd only want to do like half of one. Like, I'm a pussy when it comes to this stuff. I'm really scared. I only want to smoke. And I was like, he's like, come on, dude, just take it. And he handed it to me. And at this point, I was like, dude, I'm not doing this unless we have a spotter. And if you guys don't know what a spotter means, it means someone who watches you guys trip while he stays sober and just like make sure everything goes okay. So the spotter came over. I asked for a spotter, and I called up a friend of mine who I could trust. So my friend came over, and you know, we took 2 tabs when he got there. So he was there for about 15 minutes before we did this. We blazed up before we did this, which I don't like to do. I don't think tripping and being high is a good feeling. So I took this acid. I only... people say sucking on it like helps the acid go quicker, but I just put it on my tongue and let it dissolve. So it took, time was very choppy when this happened, but I remember a few moments later, like maybe half hour in, no, I'm trying to think, maybe almost an hour in, I don't know, maybe it was like really terrible shit. Moments afterwards, I remember being really spacey. I remember feeling a really weird high. Almost like to smoke weed, but it wasn't quite the normal head high too. It was almost like a body high too. Like it was really weird. It was the weirdest experience. And many people say when they trip, they all have different experiences. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to relate to you and relate to any of you on this. I just hit my hand, that hurt, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to relate to any of you on this topic. So I started getting really giddy at first. I was like, I don't know if that was just the weed kicking in, but I just remember being very, very giggly. And I started laughing at something. I think I stared at my friend and he was like curling his hair. And I looked at him, I was like, you look like a girl. And he's like, shut the fuck up, idiot. And we just both started cracking up. We were dying. And we were just laughing and laughing, staring at each other. We'd look away, stop laughing. We'd look back at each other, start dying again. We were just having a funny time. This father he was making it way better. He was like laughing at us. And it was one big laugh fest for like the first 30 minutes. And that was probably just the weed, maybe, I don't know, I've heard other people say acid makes them laugh. So, after like this passed, I was still really high, you know, little like bright vibrations, seemed like my vision was going, like, it wasn't like tripping balls, I could see mushrooms everywhere, like, it wasn't anything like that, it wasn't some Alice in Wonderland shit, like I said, I was just one tab, but one tab for me is kind of a lot. So, I went to the bathroom. I remember I said I had to pee really bad after that whole laugh fest. I was going to make me piss my pants after I go to the bathroom. So I ran to the bathroom. And I remember looking in the mirror myself. Looking in the mirror was clear. Everything seemed very clear. It was just very clear. I feel like I could I felt like I could almost put my hand through the mirror and touch myself on the face. Like it was so vivid and weird. That's the weird thing about tripping. Sometimes people have weird experiences like this. So I started peeing, and I remember when my piss was hitting the water, I remember the echo of the sound it made. It was like, it almost freaked me out. Like, I know this is really nasty for some of you, but like, it was the weirdest. It sounded like I shut my eyes when I started. This was such a bad idea. I was peeing in the bowl, and I felt like the echo off the walls, and it made such a weird, trippy, like, sound. It was because the acid sounded so different, so weird. And I just remember like almost feeling like I was at like a place with water, and it was obviously I was at a place with water, but it was just I felt like I was in some nature environment. It was so weird. When I got done peeing, I remember standing there with like my dick just chilling there. I didn't even like I sat there for like a minute after I was done peeing, staring at the water, and I was like taking a look at like, I know this is nasty, but I was staring into the bubbles of the water, and like, I was just like, wow, like, this is weird, everything looks so clear. And I flushed the toilet. The sound kind of scared me at first, I'm not even lying. The sound creeped me the fuck out. And then I looked at the door. I remember I stared at the door for a good long, like, before I left the bathroom. I looked at it, and it was so weird, I remember. And I remember the wooden pattern on the door looked like it was slowly curving. The wooden pattern on the door, it looked like it was just slowly in, out, making a line. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? And when that happened, that's when it kind of went bad. I looked at it and I just started like freaking out, and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? Like I started freaking out. And because when something's moving that shouldn't be moving, it just creeped me out. Like. And I looked at it and I was like, fuck this. And I immediately opened the door and walked downstairs. And I was like, I went downstairs and I went to look at my friend and say, dude, I just had the weirdest experience ever. And when I went to look at him and say that, he had his hands down on his face. His hands were on his face. It looked like he was crying. Now, when I looked at the kid who looked like he was crying, he just had his hands in his head, like his head in his hands, sorry. And I looked over at the spotter kid. And the spotter was like, dude, I don't know what's wrong with him. He like looked like he was about to cry, and he just put his face down in his hands. I don't know what's wrong with him. So at this point, I was just like kind of freaking out because anxiety was really a factor in this. So when you're tripping, you can still think normally, like you're not retarded. And I remember circulating all these thoughts through my head, thinking, oh no, what if he's dying? What if he has to go to the hospital? We're gonna get caught, we're gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna be responsible for this kid's death. Like, I was freaking the fuck out. And one of these thoughts were circulating through my head, a panic attack induced. And if you have a panic attack while you're tripping, it is the worst fucking experience you will ever have in your life. It feels like you're dying. You can't control your heartbeat, you can't control your breathing, it's terrible. And that's where the trip went fuzzy. A lot of the adrenaline from the panic attack completely took over the LSD effect. And I was still tripping, but it was so dumbed down because of this bullshit panic I was having. And I was freaking out there on the couch for at least 10 minutes while this kid looks like he's crying. And I keep tapping on him like, dude, what's wrong? What's wrong? Put your head up. And he puts his head up, and the fucker is laughing. He's crying. He's literally like laughing so hard, he's crying. And I was like, what's wrong, man? He's like, oh, that was so funny. Oh my god, since you've been in the bathroom, I've been dying laughing. And I can't really imitate what he sounded like, because he was fucking like, voice all cracky. He was dying laughing. And I was like, oh, well, that's a relief. But still, since all of this adrenaline was already in my body, you can't just make it go away. If you've ever had a panic attack, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's when the adrenaline is, it's when you freak out so much to the fact that adrenaline comes in your like bloodstream. And you know, once your adrenaline's there, you can't get it away unless you go out and run like a mile. So I'm sitting here freaking out, my heart's racing, and I just don't know what to do. So I had to sit there and do breathing exercises for like a straight 2 hours. It was so bad. After like an hour, it dumbed down, obviously, the panic attack did, but it made the trip so much worse because it was still there. You know, it was minor, but it was so minor because all that adrenaline was powering the LSD, and like, it was crazy. Just all of the adrenaline feeling in my blood, like, took over the feeling of the LSD, and that's why I didn't trip good. So, I mean, I guess you could say that first, like, hour of the trip was okay, but from that point on, it just dumbed down and was really shitty. So that's kind of like why I had like more of a bad trip, as people would call it. It really was bad, but that's honestly, after that we had to sit through my friend's trip, which was pretty cool. You know, I got to see what it was, you know, what he was thinking, and it was completely different from what I was thinking. You know, we were thinking two different things when we tripped, but you know, there was still some minor little, you know, hallucinations, some audio tour, like. I remember hearing some weird things, and like they weren't there. I'd hear something, I'd be like, yo, you hear that? They'd be like, no. And you know, the trip was still there. It was just really like hard to focus on the actual trip when I was focusing on my heart racing. And I remember I could like straight up hear my heart. I felt like my heart was out of my chest beating right in front of me. That's how tripped and fucked up I was. So honestly, moral of the story is, don't do it. Like, don't go out and do this because you watched my video. As you can see, it's not really a great thing that can come of it. But some people have good trips, some people have bad. I've done it a few times, and I've had one good trip. So if you guys want to hear that story, you know, comment, like. But yeah, I said if this video got a certain amount of likes, I would dye my hair. I don't know if I'm going to do that. It's got to get like a shitload of likes. But if you guys enjoyed my 20K special acid story, make sure you drop a like. This is probably one of the craziest stories I've had on my channel in a long time. So yeah. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you leave in the comments if you've had any experiences that are crazy like this. And yeah, if you guys like my stories, make sure you go check out all my other ones. I have so many stories. And yeah, this has been AweStuffFA, or your boy Luna. Peace out. What's going on, guys? AweStuffFA here, or Luna. So today is a video that I think a lot of you are going to enjoy, and some of you might not even know what I'm talking about here. So this is my first time tripping on DMT. I know a lot of you guys don't know what this is. Some of you might know what it is and you're like, holy shit. It's a very, very strong hallucinogen. And let me give you a little background knowledge. DMT, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know too much about it, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the chemicals in your brain that is involved with you dreaming. So that pretty much tells you right there, you're gonna trip balls and stuff. That's just what I heard from a friend. He might be wrong, but basically you vaporize the stuff. You can't smoke it, otherwise you'll burn it and it'll be a waste. And yeah, so let me explain to you how the hell I got this stuff on my hands and how I got in touch with it. So, I was with my friend. Funny because it was the same kid from the last story, and he introduced me to this other friend group that he had, and they were really cool kids, and they used to just smoke and do whatever. And you know, I figured I was like, you know, these kids are pretty cool. I'm gonna get their numbers. So I got all their phone numbers, and like a few weeks down the road, one of them hit me up, and they were like, yo, are you into psychedelics at all? And I told him, I was like, sure, why not? You know, I didn't really know this kid, so I said, yeah. And he was just like, which is kind of a bad idea. You know, disclaimer, let me, before I say this, disclaimer, DMT can go very wrong, very quick. Don't trip on this stuff. Just if you watch the video of mine, make sure, you know, you gotta be experienced, and I can't say that it's the best thing ever, because it's not, and I don't want anyone, especially my viewers or subscribers, doing this. So, just want to get that over with. So, yeah, I told this guy I was into psychedelics, even though I'm really not even that into them. I just prefer to smoke weed. And, he asked me to come over. And he's like, yo, come over, I got something that you're gonna for. And I was like, okay. So, he hit me up, he picked me up, sorry. So,
Yeah, pick me up.
we go over to
Pick me up.
Kid's like 19.
Pick me up, Mom.
He has like friends there who
Yeah,
are the same.
pick me up.
And I'm just like, you know, 50, which is kind of funny to me. That's kind of the cool thing, though. I mean, I guess you could say I'm mature enough to hang out with some people. And he had a vaporizer, and the vaporizer looked so complex, it wasn't even funny. I didn't even know what this thing does, because I'm not used to vaporizing weed. I used to just smoke it. And when I hear vape, usually I think about e-cigs, so I didn't really know what a real vaporizer looked like at the time. And he had this DMT. Now, he told me, he's like, this is DMT, and I was like, yeah, I've heard about it. He's like, this shit will make you go bananas. And I was like, well, what should I expect? He's like, you really can't really, like, you don't remember what you feel, but I can tell you, you're gonna go ape shit. I was like, are you sure? Like, how intense is this stuff? Because I don't want to take too much. And, according to the internet, after the trip happened, a DMT trip, if you're like a beginner like me, you should only do like 10 milligrams of this shit. This idiot, no offense, didn't even know what he was doing, and he didn't measure it at all. He just threw it in there, and he could have put, I think he put a lot more than 10. I think it was like 30 to 50 or some shit like that. And he heated it up, and I was like, dude, are you, like, is this really gonna be hard for me? Like, do you think I'm gonna be okay? And he's just like, nah, man, you're fine. It's not like anything you've ever done before. Just try it. So I smoked this stuff. I vaporized it. Now let me tell you, the taste of this fucking DMT was the weirdest thing I've ever tasted. It looked like a yellowish color. I can't really describe to you what the taste was like, but it was really kind of not that good. But I took the first hit to get a taste. I took the second hit, which was a lot bigger than the last hit. The third hit, I breathed out and like this huge breath. And then the third hit, I took I took 4 hits. So all 4 hits after the first, all 3 hits after the first hit were just huge breaths. And I was like, by the time I took the 4th hit, I was just gone. I remember straight up feeling like I walked into another dimension. I feel like I put on a virtual reality headset. That's how crazy this was. I remember the wall.
Pick me up.
And I looked up.
Pick me up. Yeah.
Everything changed.
Pick me up. Pick me up,
Or,
Mom.
I think it's called a breakthrough or something. I looked up at the wall. Shit was spinning. Colors and sounds. I was in another dimension. I didn't even know what was going on. I felt like I was like, wait, like, am I breathing? Like, I didn't even know. I can't even describe it that well because I was so out of it when I did this. But I remember looking at the wall, and then everything, just straight up, everything turned to colors. Swerving kaleidoscope thing, like, you ever hear of like kaleidoscopes in the trip? That's what it's like. Everything's moving, turning into shapes, colors of everything mixed together, and all of a sudden, from what I remember, this is really all I can remember, a huge bright light came down, and was just coming down real slowly in the middle of all this kaleidoscope bullshit, and it just came closer and closer to me. And I swear to God, it was a person. I felt like I saw God. I swear to God, I know it sounds cheesy, but I swear to God, it looked like I saw God. And then the minute I saw the light and I tried to focus on it, it disappeared, leaving me into this kaleidoscope shit. And this is how I could tell that this kid did not give me 10 milligrams. It was into like another dimension shit, so I was feeling it was like 40 or 50. I was still somewhat intact with myself. Not at all, like it was like 95% trip, 5% normal self, so it wasn't something to fuck with. Now, from what I remember, my friend said at one point when I have a spotter there, he kind of told me like, at one point I got kind of freaky, like I was shortness of breath and I was kind of like plugging my ears, like I was kind of having a bad time, but I don't remember it at all. The only thing I can remember was that huge like sun coming at me. And after that happened, if I can recall, I remember just like doing a full 360 in the chair that I was in, and that's what my friend told me. I did like a full 360 spinning around in my chair. But what I did in the trip was I was just moving in circles. Like I was moving without touching anything. No, like someone was moving me. And it was so weird because I don't know if this is normal or not. But when I turned around, everything was just the same, like a kaleidoscope, almost like everything had like a weird reddish tint behind me, but everything in front of me had a different color tint. It was so weird. Now when I turned around, my chair was like a completely different pattern, but it was noticeable from the wall. Like I don't know what happened. I can't even explain it honestly. You guys probably, I sound like a retard, but from that point on, I just remember coming down. Coming down is the weirdest thing ever. Like this is how I'm gonna explain coming down. It feels like the trip is slipping through your fingers. Straight up. I know that's weird. That's what it felt like to me. Like it was falling. It was going quicker than it came. Like it pumped really fast to you, and it leaves really fast. And it felt like the trip fell through my body and left into the floor. It was the craziest feeling I've ever experienced. Now, I'm not gonna say it was a bad trip. I'm not gonna say it was a good trip because I really don't know what it was. I can't remember half of the fucking thing. It was just insane, and I really, I wish you guys could have saw it. My one friend did have his phone out, kind of laughing at me, filming me on Instagram, but I'm not going to show you that. That's kind of personal. But it's kind of the same thing with the Salvia trip. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this story, drop a like. Don't do DMT because of me. That's seriously the worst thing I've ever heard. I don't want to hear that. If any of you have tried it and you don't do it anymore, leave your experience in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this. I really do. I really thought you guys would love this. So anyway, this has been All Step and Faith or Luna. I'll see you guys later. Peace. What's going on, guys? Austin here, or Luna. So I have a video today about the weirdest trip I've ever gone through. And I thought you guys would enjoy this just because it's one of those intense, weird trip stories, and I thought I would tell it. So, this took place during that phase that I was going through where I really wanted to just experiment, and I've done like a whole period of videos about that phase. It was more towards like, I guess I call it my acid stage. It's when I was really experimenting with hallucinogens and shit like that. And, this is dumb, and I've joked about it on streams, and if you're an avid, like, if you watch my streams a lot, you know that I've joked about this and that I've done it. And, nutmeg. Yes, I'm not joking. I actually tripped on nutmeg, and it's possible. It's disgusting, and it's horrible. Do not do it. I'm telling you right now, disclaimer. Don't do this shit. Bad. But, anyway. So, nutmeg is a common house spice that if you take enough of it, you can get really high and tripped and just hallucinate. And it comes with shitloads of side effects that suck so much dick. And it's not good. Honestly, guys, like, this is why it's the weirdest. It's the weirdest trip I've ever had and one of the worst trips I've ever had just because of what happened afterwards. So, basically, guys, it starts out is I wanted to do it this night. I was alone. No one was home. That was my first fucking mistake. No one was home, and I think I had like a good couple hours before my mom was coming home. I'm not sure, but all I knew is that I was fine. So I grabbed this nutmeg out of the back shelf of my basement. I could go get it if I wanted to show you guys, but it's just nutmeg. It comes in a little plastic container. And I grabbed the nutmeg, and the way you're supposed to do it is you're not supposed to take a lot of it because it's really bad. If you take too much of it, you can seriously get yourself sick, and I wasn't trying to do that. But let's just say this, guys. I took way too much. I took a lot. Very, very much. Like, I think I was on the verge of, like, I don't know, you'll hear about it later, but, I took a lot of the stomach, guys, and a while went by, and, I thought that nothing was gonna happen, and that's when I made the mistake of going up to my room and falling asleep. But right after I ate this shit, I thought it was gonna immediately just, like, snap, kick in, but no. I guess I have to wait a little bit. I went upstairs, and like 10 minutes went by, I didn't feel shit. My stomach felt really weird and fuzzy, but I didn't feel anything. So I laid down on the bed, and I fell asleep. And I thought, you know, I'm good, nothing's gonna happen to me. I think this shit's just a scam, it's just a joke online. Maybe people just are trying to get kids to eat nutmeg just so they get sick and puke or something. Because my stomach was feeling off, but I didn't think I was gonna throw up. So I wake up 2 hours later, and my mom's home. And I feel delusional, fucked up, like super fucked up, like almost like I was floating a little bit. I don't know, it was like I've heard this occurring to other people too. My one friend did it, and he said he did the same thing. He went to bed, woke up, and felt really fucked up. So I woke up, and I felt weird. I was hearing things, my vision was fuzzy. When I looked up at the ceiling fan, this is the part that fucking made it the weirdest for me. I looked up at the ceiling fan, and around the ceiling fan was a fly flying around. And I was like, huh? And I figured it was just a normal housefly, right? I go to get it. I go to like smack it out of the air. I stood up, and I don't know why I did this, guys. I stood up on my bed, and I jumped, and I went to smack it. And when I smacked it, all I did was hit the ceiling fan, make a loud bang, and then, you know, just nothing happened. Like the fly was still there. My hand basically went like, my hand didn't go right through it, but it flew away from my hand, and I didn't hit it, right? So I sat down on my bed, and I was like, oh, fuck, and I'm watching this fly go around. And my mom comes in the room. My mom opens the door and basically was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, there was a fly. She's like, what? And I was like, there's a fly. She's like, I don't see a fly. And she's like, you know, where is it? I was like, oh, I don't know. I probably got it. She's like, okay. So she shuts the door and walks away. And I'm like, all right, I need to fucking relax. And to this day, guys, I don't know if it was a weird, like if I was hallucinating when I saw that fly or it was a real fly, but all I know is that I couldn't get it no matter what. I jumped in the air and like from where I was aiming, I hit it, but apparently it didn't get it. So at this point, I'm super delusional. I'm hearing weird voices. I'm talking like little girl voices, like super fucking weird, like just things that you wouldn't hear. And I don't know, I was getting confused and I was getting a really big sense of uncomfortableness. And I don't know, I was just getting really nervous. And at this point, I'm like, alright, I need to fucking relax. And I had to ride out the rest of the trip in my room, attempting to watch Netflix while just, you know, super delusional. And I probably didn't even, like, I basically didn't understand half the shit I was watching. I don't even know what I was watching. I probably, like, I was so nervous that I opened up Netflix and clicked the first thing I saw. I don't even know what it was. But the whole trip in general, like, I saw a few other things, like there was a poster on my wall that's like super psychedelic, and when I looked at it, it was moving. That freaked me out. And just the whole trip was very uncomfortable. It wasn't scary really, it was just more uncomfortable. And the voices were weird, and I don't know, I'm never gonna do that shit again, and I just hope none of you guys do it, because it's weird. But that leads me to my next point, which is, I'm gonna be doing, tomorrow, I'm uploading a Tripping on Acid Gone Wrong video. I know a lot of you guys missed the trip stories, and that's why I'm bringing out 2 of them in a row for you guys, because a lot of you guys comment all the time, and you're like, Austin, please tell me you have a couple more trip stories left. And I do have some left, and I'll be sure to, you know, bring them to you guys. So I know you guys love the trip stories, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like. It'd be fucking crazy if you hit 2K likes. I love you guys so much. Leave a comment below of your weirdest trip ever. I'm out. Peace.
Some bosses.
So today I'm talking about something that happened a few months ago, and it left me with that feeling that you get when you're just like, yep, I'm fucked, shit just went down. You know that feeling? It takes a lot. It takes a lot to get that, like, I fucked up feeling. Especially with me, considering there's been a lot of times where I've had that feeling and now it's kind of dumbed down. But anyway, something happened a couple months ago, and I wouldn't even consider this a camping trip, but I went on a trip with my friends. I guess it's technically a camping trip, but we really just kind of rented a big fucking RV, and it was very, very luxurious, and to be honest, it felt like I was staying in a better house than where I currently live in the first place. So I wouldn't even consider it camping. It was just like parked in the woods, in a big ass RV. Well, not in the middle of the woods, but in a campsite with a bunch of other RVs, and then you could walk on these paths that go in the woods and stuff. But yeah, it was a camping trip technically. It was with me and 3 of my friends. And it really wasn't for any reason either. It was like a 45-minute drive to this site. It was right by where we lived. Just a fun time. And when we parked there at the campsite, we were conveniently located right next to another RV that was pretty much bigger than ours. And it just had a bunch of fucking drunk people inside of it. Like a bunch of drunk college kids. Every time I went on one of these little RV trips, we kind of get paired next to some really drunk party people. And that usually really isn't an issue. Like if they're nice people and, you know, they do their thing and we do ours, it's no big deal, right? Well, they were really nice to us at first. We got there. They offered us to come over to their site and have drinks with them and party with them. We said no because we had shit planned. And I brought a few things with me, okay? I brought my phone, my iPad, and some clothes and like my chargers and stuff. And that's how luxurious this shit was. Like this RV was literally like a house. You could charge your stuff. There was fucking Wi-Fi inside of it. Pretty ridiculous. And my iPad is a pretty close thing to me, okay? I like use that a lot if I'm traveling. And this is kind of stupid of me, but I did have my fucking YouTube channel signed in on it at the time. And one, it's really good because I love watching videos on my iPad, but at the same time, it's very bad because if I lose my iPad, there goes my YouTube channel too. But around this time, I brought it with me just because if it's late at night, we have nothing to do, I can just play some videos, stuff like that. And for the first night, it wasn't a problem. Like, I didn't really use it that much. I had it on the bed where I was sleeping. And the next day came along, and this is where it gets bad. We went hiking because we just wanted to. We were fucking bored. So we went for a walk, and all of us left our RV, and we locked it up. And my dumbass friend left his window open, and it's a big enough window where you can just kind of like go under it and hop right through. And my iPad, I know that it's mine because it has a sticker on the back. I have a special little like sticker. I got it at like a skate shop. It's nothing at all that's important to me. It's there for show, to be honest, and it determines if it's mine or not. But anyway, some kid wandered over while we were hiking, not wandered, came over with a plan, and he jumped through the fucking window, right onto the bed, went into the middle of our RV, and just stole a bunch of shit. And here's what I don't understand. My friend had his $1,000 gaming laptop on his bed, charging, and this kid stole my fucking iPad instead of that. And I'm like, okay, a little confusing, but fucking whatever, you know what, whatever. But anyway, we got done hiking and went back to the RV, we opened the door, and we could immediately see that something was up, the window was open, everything was moved around, my iPad was gone, and my heart dropped, like completely. I was like, that fucking iPad had my YouTube signed in on it. And this honestly wasn't that long ago, so there was still a lot of you guys subscribed. And I'm just thinking like, oh my fuck, dude, is someone gonna delete my channel? Like, whoever stole it, are they gonna delete my channel? Are they gonna upload from it? Because you can upload from the app. I was like, this must be a random video going up from some dude being like, get fucking hacked, idiot. Like, I was freaking out. And throughout all this freak out, one of my friends comes in and says, yo, one of the kids nearby stole it. I was just out front, and those college kids, one of them is sitting in a lawn chair using your iPad. And I was like, well, are you sure it's mine? Like, you know, there's a lot of iPads in the fucking world. He's like, no, you can see the residue from the sticker. Like, you scraped your sticker off. There's still white that was left behind. And I went out front, and this kid's sitting in a fucking lawn chair using my iPad with the sticker. You could see, like, some of the sticker is still there, so I knew it was mine. And I was like, okay, it's fucking dirty. It wasn't even the iPad that I was worried about. I just didn't want my fucking channel in the hands of some random drunk dude. So I was like, okay, we need to come up with a plan to get this shit back. My friend's like, well, you can just go ask him for it back. And I was like, no, he's bigger than me. I don't want to do that. He's like, all right, well, I don't know, man. You're on your own. So we sit in the RV and we just wait. We wait till the time is right. I'm just like challenging my inner thief. I'm like, okay, I need to be a fucking secret agent right now. I need to go inside that RV and get my shit back. And finally, they all go for a walk. They're all like fucking hammered at this point. Like, they started drinking earlier in the day, and you know, at this point it's pretty much nighttime. And they were fucking piss drunk. Like, I saw them leaving the site, and they were just so out of it. And I just ran over there. Like, I darted over there. I fucking opened the door. They didn't lock the door. Great move. That just goes to show how drunk these guys really were. And I went in, and it was completely dark. I didn't know how to turn anything on, so I took my phone and I turned the flashlight on. And there I am in a huge RV that belongs to somebody else, just trespassing. I had the weirdest feeling doing this. But I saw my iPad on the bed, I grabbed it, and I turned it on. Same background. I opened it. Same everything. And what do you know? I clicked the YouTube app, and youtube.com/Luna is signed in. And I was like, wow, this fucking dude didn't even realize that was like on there. But at this point, I'm freaking out. I'm like bugging, because, you know, they come back and they see me in their fucking RV stealing back what they stole from me, which is not even that bad. But still, I didn't want to get my fucking ass kicked. Or I might end up like this, and that wouldn't be fucking good. But anyway, I grab my fucking shit, I'm about to leave, and on the way out I realized that on the side of the counter where like the sink is, there's an iPod Touch, and just because I had this doubt in my mind, I clicked on the little home button, and it lights up, and there's a photo of my friend and his girlfriend kissing, and I was like, wow, they stole my iPad and my friend's iPod, but I had no fucking time to wait. My iPad and just fucking got out of there. And I ran back to our site, and my friends are all sitting there like doing the come here motion because they're all freaking out, thinking I'm about to get caught. And we all open the RV door and just all fucking huddle up inside. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, they didn't just steal my shit, they stole some of your guys' stuff too. And I only was able to get this, and I showed my friend his iPod, and he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, yep, I didn't think so either, but they did. He's like, dude, you're a fucking savage, thank you. I was like, yeah, no problem, man, pretty fucked up. I had to pull a fucking Spy Kids 3 on these motherfuckers. It's motherfucking game over. Kidding, but seriously, I just wanted to help my friend out. Anyway, we stayed inside and we locked literally everything. Windows, doors, all that shit. And we're sitting in the middle of this RV, just kind of watching YouTube vids. I signed out of my YouTube just in case they came back and tried to do something. And I was pretty much good, right? I thought everything was all good. Oh, and by the way, they didn't get home till like 30 minutes after I went inside the RV. So I had plenty of time to probably stick around and look for more things they could have stolen. But Luna, the detective, couldn't stay around that much longer because I was freaked out and I thought I was going to get caught. So I ran back with just my stuff and my friends. But anyway, back on track. We were watching YouTube videos on my iPad, just sitting inside with the RV locked because we were scared of these fucking drunk kids coming back and just starting trouble. And we hear a knock on the door, just a 3 knock. And I answer the door, fucking terrified, keep in mind. And the dude himself, the one that was using my stolen iPad in the lawn chair, is standing right in front of me, just like completely fucked, like he's so drunk. And he goes, yo, can I use your bathroom? And I was like, what do you need to use our bathroom for? Because keep in mind, we were right next to a public bathroom, like if you walked up the hill, there was a bunch of public bathrooms you could use. And I was like, what do you need to use our bathroom for? And he's like, dude, I just don't feel good. And I was like, I'm sorry, man, my friend's using it right now. He's like, fuck. I was like, can you just use yours? He's like, nah, there's people in there. Whatever, thanks for nothing. And he turns around and just starts walking away all pissed off. And I just wanted to be like, yo, motherfucker, you can shit yourself. I don't care. How do you get fucked up, go to someone's campsite, steal 2 really expensive things from them, probably more, and then use those expensive things at your campsite, and then not even care when they take them back, so you just go and ask to shit in their bathroom? Like, what? It just left me so confused. Like, this guy was that fucked up. He had no idea what was going on. Or maybe he did, he just didn't care. But I just could only imagine if, like, we would have let him keep the iPad and I didn't go back for it. Can you imagine, like, one day you're like, huh, Luna just posted a new YouTube video. What the fuck is this? And it's just titled, like, taking a shit. And it's just some random drunk dude just filming himself taking a shit from my iPad because it was signed into YouTube. Like, just can't even fucking imagine. And, you know, I would say that's where it ends, but it gets a little bit better. I mean, this is just kind of like the fucking cherry on top of everything. I almost just said cherry on top of the cake. That makes no fucking sense. But anyway, the next day, we leave, okay? Because we're like, you know, we've had enough of this shit. This is fucking ridiculous. So we pack up all our shit and start driving home. And while we're driving home, I'm on my iPad, and I click the Facebook app. I don't use Facebook. I had it on there just because, like, if I ever want to sign in, I do have a Luna Facebook page. I don't really use it, so there's no point, like, going to follow it or anything. But I clicked it just to make sure he didn't get into that, you know, mess with it. And he signed into his fucking personal Facebook page on my iPad. He stole my fucking iPad and then signed into his personal Facebook and posted a status saying, on my brand new iPad. And me being somewhat mature, I didn't go on his Facebook and change his profile picture to really mean things and, you know, delete it or something like that. I just simply replied to his status on his own account and said, correction, stolen iPad, you fucking dickhead, and then I just signed out. I had to let him know that he was a dickhead, okay? That's all I wanted to do, and that was it. I didn't fuck with anything else. I just signed out. And that was it. And, you know, end of story. We got our stuff back. It's safe. My YouTube is safe. Thank fuck. That'd be a really weird way to lose your channel. But yeah, pretty crazy shit, and I thought you guys should enjoy hearing about it in this video today. So I do hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Leave a like if you did enjoy it. Leave any of your stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace. Hey, what's good, guys? Austin here, or Luna. And today's video, sorry it's going up so fucking late. Like, literally, this is probably the latest I've uploaded in months. And it fucking sucks dick, dude, because I remember being able to upload, like, every night at this time, because it's summer, but it's over. But anyway, today's video, I've mentioned this before, but I've had a bunch of older, like, accounts and, like, older experiences involved with, like, hackers and people, like, taking my shit and stuff. But I mentioned in those videos that I never had someone fuck with my, like, Luna account. I never got my main YouTube and, like, Twitter hacked. And recently, something happened that I mentioned that I didn't want to mention at first. I was fucking stupid. Because I didn't actually have anything tweeted or posted on my channel. Like, the person that took my stuff was, I guess, nice enough to hold off on just going straight for the tweeting at people approach and making me look like a complete fucking idiot. Even though I don't even need someone to hack me to make me look like a complete fucking idiot. I do it on my own, to be honest. My tweets are pretty fucking terrible. I'm being a sellout plugging my Twitter. If you guys don't follow me on there, you probably should. I mean, you'll just lose brain cells after brain cells looking at it. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, back on track. Yeah, usually when people get hacked, you know, the hackers take it upon themselves to go on to the YouTube or social medias and tweet and post and just make them look like a complete fucking asshole, pretty much. Like, say really deep shit, say really dumb shit that the normal YouTuber wouldn't really say. So, you know, this whole story starts out with me being in the middle of my New York City trip. I was on this trip to New York City. This was just a couple weeks ago. And I didn't mention it immediately because whenever something super fucked up happens, to me especially, I wait. I just completely wait on it for sometimes weeks, sometimes for fucking months to talk about it. Because I feel like if you talk about something immediately after, just bringing attention to it would be bad. Usually with time it gets better. But anyway, I wasn't even going to plan on mentioning this at all because it was fucking just honestly terrifying. Like, straight up freaked me the fuck out. And yeah, I was in New York City. I went to bed, it was like 5 in the morning on this night. And I ended up waking up later that day at 2 fucking p.m. So, super well rested for once. I felt great. I woke up, stretched, hit the little button on my phone to check if I had any messages. Didn't really see anything, so I'm a fucking loser with no friends. And I put it back down and just kind of stared out the window for a little bit, just enjoying the view, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm happy. This is nice. This is a great day. Then I decided to actually grab my phone and unlock it to check Twitter. And I knew the second I opened Twitter, I was fucked. Because I opened it and it brought up the little, like, please re-enter the password for @Luna screen. And it only ever does that when I change my password. So I was like, oh, fuck. But then again, I was like, you know, I'm in New York City. I'm not at my normal house. Maybe it thought I was like a hacker or something and it locked me out. Let me just re-enter my password, right? Type in the right password. Nope. Type it in again. Nope. Type in a different password that I think could be it. Doesn't work. Just completely fucked, right? I'm like, okay, well, let me grab my laptop and fucking check my Twitter and see if anything's been tweeted, because I know I'm hacked, and let me try and reset everything. So I open up my laptop, go to my fucking Twitter. I'm not signed in anymore because it signed me out. And I can see on my Twitter that nothing's been tweeted, which was weird because I expected to go there and see mass amounts of offensive shit, porn, maybe a dude getting fucked by a horse. Who knows, man? Some of these hackers, they're pretty fucking crazy with that shit. So I was like, damn, maybe I'm not hacked. So I try and reset stuff, not working, just trying to fix it. Nothing's working, right? Then I quickly go on YouTube because I freak out and I realize that I have a YouTube channel too, you know what I mean? Like, I woke up, I was only thinking about Twitter. Then I realized, I was like, fuck, I have a YouTube, maybe that's hacked too. So I go to YouTube and I'm fucking signed out of that too, dude. And I was like, okay, I'm fucked. This isn't good. So I'm just sitting there panicking, like literally nothing I can do. My password got changed on my account, so I was fucking, literally I was hacked at this point. And I was like, great. So I email like everyone I know that works at YouTube and Twitter saying that my shit got hacked and just to help me please. And I tell my friend about it, and there's just like nothing I can do at this point. Like, I did everything I could do, and I'm just waiting. I'm like, fuck, like where's this hacker? Can I talk to him? And nothing's being posted on my YouTube, nothing's being tweeted, which is sick. But it was still scary as fuck. But eventually this hacker ends up calling my cell phone, and I'm not surprised he got my number, because if he had access to my channel, then you can see my number. So he calls me on my fucking cell phone number. I answer it, I'm like, hello? And the first thing I hear is, hey dude, why don't you have two-step verification on? And he had like this weird voice changer on, I could just tell it was him, this hacker dude. And I was like, I do have two-step on. He's like, nope, that's how I got in. I was like, are you fucking serious? And then I remembered, a couple weeks ago, I actually changed my phone number, and whenever I change my phone number, I take two-step off all my accounts, and I put it back on immediately after I changed the number with the new number. And I forgot to fucking put two-step back on. So I got fucking hacked, and I was just like, great, this sucks dick. So I nicely asked this guy, I was like, yo, look, is there any way you can give me the accounts back? I'll shout you out, I'll make sure you get like proper credit, just, you know, dude, like, could you? And he was like, nah, maybe for some money. And I was like, okay, how much do you want? He's like, 20,000. I was like, this will fuck me in the ass with no lube at that point. So I said, I was like, dude, I can't do that. And he's like, well, sucks to suck. And he fucking hangs up on me. It's like, dope, this is what helplessness feels like. So I go on like my emails, I start emailing all my friends and shit that work at Twitter and YouTube. No replies from them. My friends trying to give me advice, but none of it was working. I just was pretty much fucked at this point. And like a whole hour went by, I was having like a panic attack. And I randomly get this text from this random ass number with a super weird word in the text message with like 123 after it. And I read this and I was like, that's a password. Dude, he just gave me the password back. So I ran into the fucking room, typed in my password on my YouTube, it worked. Typed it in on Twitter, it worked. Quickly changed everything, put two-step on, and just pretty much like deleted everything too. I cleared all my DMs, I cleared all my text messages on my phone too, just in case he could like get into my phone. And I was back. I was like, dude, this dude's so fucking cool for this. Then I get a text message again from the same number telling me to add this guy on Skype. So I add the hacker on Skype, I call him, he gives me advice on how to like prevent this shit from happening again. He tells me that I'm still an idiot for not putting two-step on. I agree with him. Kind of fucked up because he like blackmailed me to be his friend, but shit, I don't care. Oh, and he told me what he was gonna tweet and post on my YouTube and shit. And if he would have went through with any of it, I probably would have gotten shut down, just shut off the internet completely. Like he was talking like porn and just horrible shit on my channel. That'd be terrible. But yeah, I'm still friends with this dude to this day. I got all my stuff back, but that was like the first legitimate time I've actually gotten like hacked on my Luna account and stuff. Pretty scary ass shit, but luckily I ran into a nice hacker who didn't ruin my accounts like most do, and was pretty cool about it. And I know there's gonna be those top comments. There's gonna be those top comments being like, dude, you're a fucking pussy. Who cries about getting hacked? Like, I was just in Hurricane Matthew and a pink dildo flew through my window full fucking speed. You can't cry about shit, pussy. I'm fucking joking. I'm completely joking. But seriously, if you were in a city that Hurricane Matthew came through, I hope your whole city and you is safe. I know that shit's really fucked up. Hope you're all good. But yeah, I got my stuff back, and I just thought it'd be a good story to tell on the channel, even though I originally wasn't going to talk about this because it was some serious, just not too funny of a story. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it nevertheless. Keep your stuff safe, I guess. Safe if you can keep it. And yeah, don't be fucking Austin, because I'm an idiot for that. But yeah, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Leave your stories in the comments down below. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace. So before this video starts, I just wanted to talk about something quick. For everyone that's been asking about merch and shirts and hoodies and stuff like that, finally got around to doing it. The link's going to be top link in the description. It's limited time, it's like 2 weeks. But if you decide to buy some merch from my store thing, please leave your phone number. I'm going to be calling a bunch of you who buy something. So yeah, anyway, to the video. Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm talking about something that happened in the very beginning of my YouTube channel career, I guess you'd fucking say. I really don't know. Something I completely forgot about, which is funny because this is usually something that would stick in my head for years. And I guess it kind of did because I ended up remembering it, but at the same time I've had so many occurrences similar to this that it just kind of got pushed down, I guess. And this is something I almost bought into, I guess. I almost went through with this, and it would have been bad, and it would have been stupid, and maybe some people that might go through the same thing can learn from it, I guess. Kind of funny, so I hope you enjoy this. Leave a like if you do. If you think we can get 10K, start this. So in the very beginning of YouTube, I learned very quickly that there's a lot of fucking assholes online. Kind of knew that beforehand anyway. But when you do YouTube, you run into a certain breed of them, and I call them the spooky people. The people that gather information about you, shit that you didn't even know about yourself, and just tell it to you, and they're like, hey, I got all your info, bro. Do this for me, or I'm gonna leak it everywhere. Send these people to your house. Do this shit. Those people, I've talked about them many times. You know, you go to sleep and they're just outside your window with laptops, spooking around, heavily breathing because they ran like for 2 minutes to your house and they don't ever work out. I'm just fucking around, but just the weird people online. I'm sure some of you have dealt with them. One of them in particular I met around 2,000 subscribers. I had a very unique experience with, and I'm going to talk about it right now, so if you enjoy, let's start this. So this started as a very normal day for me. I woke up. I actually had a job on this day to do. I had to go to my friend's house and help his dad with flooring, which I don't fucking do. I have no idea how to do that stuff. He was just teaching me. I figured it was extra money, so why not, right? So about halfway through this job I had a break, and I was sitting in my friend's kitchen on my phone just going through Twitter like I usually do when I'm on breaks or just doing stuff. And I read one tweet at me, which stood out because it had my address on it. And it was like, hey Austin, and it just had my address. I was like, okay. Spooky shit, man. Got a real fucking spooky guy right here. He's got my address. Probably gonna like show up to my house with pillows and beat me with them or some shit. I didn't really worry about it at first because I was like, you know what, whatever. Then another 10 minutes goes by, I don't get any more tweets from this guy, I just ignored him, and I went back to working, right? I got done with the job later, and I go home, and I was just super excited to go home, I'm like, who the hell came to my house? Like, who orders 3 different pizza brands? What's the point in that? So I go over to my mom's room, ask her what the hell happened, why there's so much pizza on the kitchen table, and she says, it was in your name. You ordered it. I was like, no, I didn't. I was out all day. She's like, well, I don't know. You ordered it, and you're going to have to pay me back for it. And it just clicked in my head. I'm like, yep. Weird kid on Twitter. He had my address. He ordered it. So I immediately open my phone, right, check Twitter, and I see, like, no joke, 30 tweets in a row of me with just my address, my full name, my dad's full name, just like weird info. I'm like, how the fuck did this guy get this? So I go downstairs, I work on a video, kind of freaking out, okay? I was really freaking out. I'm like, do I talk about this? Like, what do I do? And then this guy hits me with a tweet saying, DM me. And I'm like, okay, I gotta do it. I gotta talk to this guy, because if you talk to him, they go away, right? That's how it works. Wrong, don't fucking do that. I buy into this guy's shit, I follow him. I was like, hey dude, can you stop like tweeting my address, man? Like I got people living with me, like they get bothered by this. It's kind of annoying. Like me and Satan share a room. He gets angry when the doorbell rings tonight. Can you not? And I didn't actually say that, but I did ask him nicely. I was like, hey man, can you stop tweeting me my address? I don't want it to be out there like that. And he's like, yeah, no problem, dude, but under one condition. And I was like, alright, what could it be? Like a shout out? Like I have 2K subs. What's he gonna get from it? He goes, I want your channel. And immediately I was like, yeah, dude, good joke. And I said that, I was like, haha. And he replies, he's like, I'm not kidding. He's like, channel or I'm just gonna swat you and your grandma. And immediately I got confused and I replied, I was like, my grandma? And he sends me my dead grandma's address. That's how fucking weird this guy was. He was about to send police to a dead person's house. So I was like, what the fuck? And it's so bad because I considered giving this guy my channel password. I was like, dude, I don't want those random people living there now to get like police to their door and me and my family to deal with that. Like, I should just do it. I only have 2K subs. I can make a new channel, right? I actually almost considered giving this motherfucker my YouTube. Can you imagine if I did that? What would it be now? Like, I really want to be, like, hacking tutorials or, like, I don't fucking know, bagpipe videos. I don't know. But luckily, I talked to a friend before I went through with this, and I was like, yo, this guy wants my YouTube in return to not post my info, my family's info everywhere, and to send, like, the police and shit to my house. He's already sent other stuff. And my friend's like, dude, these losers literally thrive off that shit. Like, if you do that, he's just gonna leak your stuff even more and have your channel. Like, don't do that, man. And I was like, you're right. You're really actually right. And he's like, yeah, you're doing well. Fuck this guy. Block him. So I block him, right? And sure enough, like, 30 tweets off different accounts start coming at me. I think it was just the one dude on a bunch of different accounts, telling me to add him on Skype or else. So I was like, you know what? I'll add him on Skype. Maybe I'll just be able to, like, talk to him and he'll fuck off. I add him on Skype. Kind of a bad decision, but kind of a good decision. Because this dumbass, this quote-unquote hacker, had his personal cell phone number on his Skype account. So I had a Skype, immediately got a cell phone number. I just called him up. I was like, hey, dude, you still want to leak info? And I called him off Skype. I didn't call him off, like, my phone and give him my number. I just called him on Skype. And yeah, I just said, I was like, hey, man, still want to leak info? He's like, who the fuck is this? I was like, Austin, the kid who you're just targeting with my address. He's like, how'd you get my number? Like, your Skype account that you tweeted me to add has your number on it. I said, fuck, and he just hung up.
What can I do?
Never heard from him again. He deleted his Twitter, immediately just disappeared. All the tweets at me disappeared, and every time I tried to call this guy back, it just went to like a fucking error or something, like he changed his number. And yeah, I've yet to hear from this guy ever since. I mean, I had 2K back then, so this was a long fucking time ago. I don't know what he's up to now. Hopefully being smarter. Because, like, this is literally the story of the dumbest hacker I've ever came in contact with. And I've had legit people order pizza to my house and pay for it. How is that a troll or like a quote-unquote like scary thing to do to someone? You're literally giving someone free pizza. But yeah, I really can't call this guy dumb because my stupid fucking ass almost actually gave him my stuff. Like, I almost bought into this idiot, and I'm glad I didn't, and I know a lot more now, so that won't happen. But yeah, guys, don't fall for stupid people's bullshit. Be careful online. I don't know. There's really no point to this story. I just thought it was a really like funny little close call. I hope you guys enjoyed it, so leave a like if you guys did. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.
My boss is a fucking bitch. Matter of fact, you can tell that hoe I fucking quit. I just got $1 for a raise. What the fuck is this? I can make more money on the train doing fucking flips. Barely got enough to go on break. You so fucking pissed. And you always wonder why I'm late for my fucking shit. I don't smile enough. I know my shirt's never tucked. I know you should write me up. I don't give a fuck about emails, about retail when I'm not at work.
My boss is a fucking bitch.
I gotta buy a new webcam.
a lot different than normal teachers, you know what I mean? Like they're nicer, they understand younger people more, shit like that. Those are always the coolest teachers. You always end up like kind of being friends with them. Now this story time is about somebody like that. It's actually about a tutor that I had a long time ago, okay? Let's just call her Miss Weird, okay? Now Miss Weird, she wasn't weird at first, okay? She was just a really friendly tutor, at least I thought she was. But this is about 9th grade for me, and I was being kind of forced to go here because I was getting such bad grades at the time. So every Tuesday and Thursday after school, I would have to try and find a ride to this tutor building with like a bunch of different tutors in it. And me and my friend would actually tutor together. So I knew this dude. So it was me, my friend, and then Mrs. Weird. Yeah, she would help us with our homework or whatever, help us learn stuff, shit like that. And she was always super
Hello.
nice, sometimes a little bit too nice.
I'm level 80.
For the longest time, some
Nice.
of her behavior almost seemed like flirtatious, but that was just me being like kind of ignorant. I didn't really know for sure at the time. But even my friend kind of agreed with me, like sometimes she would seem like a little bit too friendly.
Is that it?
Something that always pissed me off about her is she would favor my friend. Like sometimes she would just be nice to my friend, sometimes she would just completely focus on him.
I mean, I'm playing Destiny right now, so.
It was really annoying sometimes. I would call her out for it one time. She's like, no, honey, like, I'm trying to help everyone equally here, and it's hard sometimes. I'm like, okay, fine, I get it. So a few weeks after that go by, and she starts acting even weirder, like, just really, really friendly towards my friend especially. And I asked him, I was like, yo, like, she's really weird sometimes. Like, she seems almost, like, flirty with you. And he was just like, I don't care.
Are you playing Destiny 2?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess.
I have the disc.
Yeah, a little bit, but whatever. And then like a week after that, the weirdest thing.
I'll turn it.
So I'm at tutors with my
What?
friend, and we're fucking doing our homework.
Nothing. I have the disc, but
Paper over. And he just starts
I have to
making me
install
draw
it.
in the back, right?
Install it.
He's like, oh,
I'll play it a lot.
He's like, yeah. He's like, I didn't know you like to draw. Like, what do you do? He's like, I don't know. I just look at abstract stuff, and I don't know. I'm always drawing.
gas make.
She's like, can I show you
Do
something?
the
And he's like, yeah,
go
sure.
big
And I
big
thought
and
he
do
was
the
gonna hand a
ouch.
pen to her, and I think he thought that too. But she like reached over and grabbed the top of his hand, like starts holding his hand with the pen in it, and starts like moving his arm around, drawing with his hand, with the pen in it. And it looks like shit because like that's not a good way to draw. It's just not sufficient. Like any fucking artist would know, like that's not how you goddamn draw. You don't have someone hold.
But I got insta leveled and like he killed he did one mission and I just instantly turned level 80.
You're being, I don't know, weird like this teacher was. And then she looks at him like,
I could do that, but I don't want to. I want to play the game truthfully.
fuck, I just got this creepy vibe from it. I was like, dude.
The only reason I did it was because everything I was doing wasn't giving me enough XP.
Anyway, after she finishes
Play Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. That gives you XP.
I did.
it looked okay.
Then play higher level stuff.
She didn't really like fully commit by just grabbing the pen herself.
I even finished a mission called My Brutal Pony on the thing.
So after that tutor section, me and my friend go home, and right before we leave, I was talking to him, I was like, dude,
Okay.
that was fucking weird. Like, what was that? He's like, dude, yeah, honestly, I agree with you. That made me a little bit uncomfortable. I was like, yeah, I would probably be too. That was just creepy. So after this, a couple days go by, and Thursday comes around, and that's when we had tutoring. And we go to the tutor office, and we had a different tutor, which was really weird because we had Mrs. Weird for weeks on end. And like this one time, we don't have her. And I asked the guy, I was like, hey, like, where's Mrs. Weird at? And he's like, oh, you probably won't be seeing much of her anymore. And I was like, oh, why? What happened? He's like, oh, she got let go. And I was like, really? And I'm like, what happened? And he just chuckles a bit. And I was like, man, come on, tell me. And
Well,
he's like, sorry,
what
I
are
can't
you
tell
on,
it's a personal situation. Like, you gotta respect
I have all 3 classes, but right now I'm working on Hunter. I'm doing really good.
And we went on with our day. Got the tutoring.
No, but
He was
I mean,
actually
like, what do
really
you mean?
cool. He helped me.
What do you, what?
And everything was cool, right?
What do you
So
mean?
about a week goes by. And
Hunter.
I asked him again. I'm like, yo, man, come on, tell me, like, what happened?
I'm a Titan.
He's like, look, that's all I'm gonna say.
With his fire hammer.
Hey, can you not repeat this to anybody? I shouldn't be telling you this. I was like, yeah, dude, just tell me. My friend's like, yeah, come on, tell us. We're not gonna tell anybody. You can trust us. He's like, all right, are you sure? Because I could lose my job for this. I was like, we're not gonna say a thing. He's like, all right, look, I'm not gonna say everything because I can't and I don't want to. The gist of it is Mrs. Weird and another student were at the student's house, and I guess she did something weird towards the student that didn't involve tutoring that could get her in a lot of trouble, and the student's parents found out and reported her to the staff, and the staff let her go. And I'm like, holy shit, are you serious? He's like, don't repeat that to anybody, okay? I was like, I won't. But like, she got fired, like permanently? He's like, yeah, man, she's
Hello
not coming
again.
back. And I was like, holy shit. He's like, she could have gotten in way more trouble. And I was like, yeah, I have a feeling of what it could be. And I, to this day, don't know the specifics of what happened to Mrs. Weird, okay? But I feel like she did something towards a student that was, you know, not tutoring and more along the lines of, like, flirting or a move or something that's not okay. And, like, she could have gotten in way more fucking trouble than just being fired. Like, I feel like she got off easy. But, like, how fucking creepy is that? Like, I had this weird feeling this whole time about Mrs. Weird. And she ended up actually being pretty fucking weird. You know? And my friend, of course, right after this happens, he goes, dude, I could have actually had sex with her. And I was like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, stop. And then he just starts being even more of a troll. He's like, dude, like, seriously, I regret not making a move. I was like, dude, you couldn't even make a move on an empty Sprite bottle. Shut up. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the story of Mrs. Weird, the naughty tutor. Everything worked out in the end. I got a new tutor, and he was really cool, and he actually helped me get my homework done, and like, stare at my friend in a weird way. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of the story. If you enjoyed this story or found it funny, please leave a like on the video. I would really appreciate it. Leave your stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.
Yeah, my boss is a fucking bitch. Yeah. What the fuck was that?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So, today's story time is fucking just ridiculous one, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a like if you do, so you can hit 10,000 on this vid. But I guess I'll just start this, okay? So, the story takes place like 6 months ago, okay? I was in LA with some friends of mine, and we were renting a house for like 2 weeks. So me and a bunch of friends were staying together. Now, my was like, hey, you're gonna be staying here for longer than a week. You have to have maids come by. You have to have something to call. You gotta have them come at least once each week. It'll probably be $150 for everything. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. And I'm like, why can't we just clean? Like, me and my friends can be messy, but we also know how to clean. Like, we can just do it. And he's like, no, like, if you're gonna be staying here at my house, you have to call maids. I was like, okay, can I call different maids? Do I have to call the ones that you tell me to call? He's like, I mean, you don't have to call the ones I suggest, but I know them pretty well. I'm like, okay, well, can I call some that are, like, cheaper? Because, like, even though I had the money to pay for them, I didn't want to fucking pay $150 for 2 ladies to show up and clean the house. Like, I could have done it myself and saved a shit ton of money, or I could have called some other ones that were a little bit cheaper. And he's like, yeah, I guess that's fine, just make sure they're good. I was like, yeah, of course, I'll make sure they're good. He's like, alright, man, have a good one. And he leaves. So, we go into the first week, first, like, 3 or 4 days go by. We kind of trashed the house a little bit. It wasn't, like, completely fucked up, but it was definitely messy. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I think it's time I start looking for some cleaners to come over and clean this place up. So I get my laptop, and I go online, and I start searching for maids. So I start searching for cleaners to come over and clean the place up for however much money. And I'm searching through all these ads, and I see some that are like, you know, $70 for a day. And then there were some ads that had like a team of cleaners that would come to your house, but those were more expensive. And then I see this one with these 2 girls. So I click it, and it's these 2 pretty attractive girls. They look like they're in their 20s, and they had an ad up about coming to your house and cleaning it, and their price and stuff like that. And they had a list of everything, like what you could pay for. And, like, the first one was like general cleaning, where they would come to your house, vacuum, sweep the floors, you know, clean off the counters, stuff like that, do a little bit of organizing. And then they had one that said like they'd come and do that plus laundry. And then there was a third option that said they would come and do everything plus any other personal things that you need. And when I read that, I was like, alright, dope. That means like they could run errands for you, or like, you know, do anything else besides cleaning. Like, you know, fucking go get something for you, pick something up for you, do shopping for you, get groceries, that kind of shit. I was like, alright, these people are dope. Like, I want to get them. Because like, first of all, a lot of the people, like their ads, they were like older ladies or older men, and like it would be weird. I wouldn't know how to hold a convo with them if I was home while they were cleaning. And like, these girls, they look cool. So I fucking call them up. I tell them what I want done, and I only wanted them to come over, clean, and do laundry. So they show up, and they immediately get to it. They fucking showed up, started cleaning. Me and my friends were sitting there watching TV while they cleaned. And we were gonna leave originally, but they were pretty nice, and they weren't like, you know, getting in our way or anything, so it's perfect. And then like 45 minutes later, they got most of the downstairs cleaned up, and one of the girls comes over to me, and she's like, hey, so do you want us to do the upstairs too? And I was like, yeah, that'd be great. She's like, okay, perfect. She goes upstairs, her and her friend, they go up there, they clean that, and then like another 45 minutes go by, come down, and the girl comes up to me, she's like, hey, we're all done. I was like, alright, thank you so much. She's like, yeah, your laundry's drying, and it should be done soon, and like, just get that when it's done. And I was like, alright, awesome, thank you. So I pull out my wallet, and I start getting the money out to pay him. And she's like, so did you just want all of that done today? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, do you see what else we offer? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, we do personal stuff too. And I was like, what does that mean? Like running errands? She's like, no, like personal tasks, like massages and other stuff. She started laughing. And then it clicks in my head, I'm like, other stuff. So I'm like, okay, what kind of other stuff? So I asked her. And she's like, you know, like services and, you know, pleasuring you. And I was like, fuck. And it just immediately blew my mind. I'm like, oh my fucking, only in LA would I have that kind of luck where I would fucking hire a maid and it ends up being a fucking maid/hooker. So I start awkwardly laughing at the whole situation. I don't think I need anything done. Like, I appreciate it though. I had no idea that's what you meant on your ad. I thought you meant like running errands and shit like that. You know, like, I didn't expect this. She starts laughing. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw you off guard. I'm like, no, you're good. She's like, would your friends want any of that done? And I'm just like, let me ask them. And I walk into the other room, and my friends are all dying laughing because they overheard us talking. Because the house we were staying at, it had like 2 living rooms. So one living room had the TV in it, and that's where we were hanging out. And then the other living room is where I like walked over with the maid and talked to her. And like, it's not too far apart from each other, and there's no door that splits them. So it's kind of just like around a wall, and they heard me talking. So of course they're laughing their ass off. They're like, dude, no way. And I'm like, yeah, you guys want to do anything with the maids? Because apparently they're part-time hookers too. So yeah, just my fucking luck. And they're just dying laughing. They're like, nah, man, we're good. I'm like, okay. And I walk back over. I'm like, yeah, I guess they're fine. And she's like, okay, and she's laughing about it too. Like, at least she thought it was funny too that she caught us off guard like that. And I still couldn't believe it. I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like, the first people I call to come and clean the house are also like sex workers. So I start laughing about it. She gives me her number if I ever want her to come back and clean again. And you know what? I did. I called her back. The next week I fucking called her back. And you're probably like, oh, you get some? No, I got some fucking laundry done. That's for damn sure. Because honestly, they fucking killed it. Like, her and her friend, they came through and they fucking cleaned that house good. Real damn good. They did some good ass laundry too. So they came back and did it again. Fucking, yeah, round 2. Didn't get any sense.
Logan?
Just got some laundry done. Because, yeah, clean clothes. It's very important. But that's pretty much the end of that story. I thought it was kind of funny. Just, you know, like, I hired fucking maids and they end up being hookers. Like, okay, you know, just only in fucking LA, right? So I thought that was funny. If you guys enjoyed this, found it funny, please leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it. Leave your stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace. Okay, so you can tell by my videos, where I live really is in Gumdrop Land, and when I say this, I'm not trying to make it sound like I live in a shitty area. I don't at all. Where I live is really awesome. I love living here, and growing up here was great. But, it's made for some great stories. You guys know that for sure. But, I want to tell you guys a little childhood story of mine. Considering the childhood stories do so fucking awesome, you guys always kill it with the likes and stuff like that. So if you want to see more, you know what to do. But, this video, we're talking about hookers, okay? I've talked about hookers before in my videos, but where I'm from, they're really not anywhere to be found. Like, usually there's a few here and there on the corners of the streets, but they get caught pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm pretty sure the police here are pretty good about that. I don't really know, to be honest. I don't go too, you know, deep into that part of town, but hookers are pretty rare here. I'm not gonna lie. You really gotta seek them out to find them. And this is a childhood story involving them. And I know you're probably thinking, all right, Luna, what did you do this time, dude? Were you 11? Did you have a threesome with them? No, okay, it's nothing like that, so please don't get the wrong idea. But, I was really young, okay, guys? I was probably 10 or 11 years old when this happened. And I was hanging out with a good friend of mine at the time, someone that I knew back in elementary school. And we were really great friends, like, really good friends. And I loved going to his house. His dad and his mom were really cool people. They had all the coolest toys. They had, like, go-karts and shit. And they just had everything, okay? And me being fucking little Luna that loved to play around on everything, it just was awesome. And his dad would always take us into the city, okay, right? Into the main part where most of the bad shit happens, because he wanted to do errands. And we love running errands with him, so we would go, and then he would do all of his stuff, and then he'd take us to the toy shop, or Toys R Us, or whatever, and hang out in there, and just kind of let us mess around in there. So that's what we do, and we were hanging out there with him. He's getting all his stuff done, and I remember every single time he went to the store, afterwards he would go to this massage parlor for like 15 to 20 minutes to get a massage, and I didn't really know what the hell that was. Like, you know, I was young, I didn't really see the point in getting that. But then again, I look at it now and I'm like, dude, getting massages are fucking dope. But Anyway, he goes into this massage parlor all the time with us, and, you know, the girls would come out that work there and say hello to us, and, you know, he'd introduce them to us, and we thought it was really cool. Everyone there was pretty nice, and we didn't really have a problem going there, but, then something happened, okay, and this was really, really fucked up, like, really fucked up. After consistently going to this massage parlor, I realized that everyone that worked there were girls. And then after going there some more, I realized that everyone that worked there were girls, and they were Korean. And I already know some of you are going to be like, Luna, who gives a fuck, dude? It's just Korean girls. Like, it's probably a family-owned business. Like, they all were family. And that's what I thought, too. I thought it was really awesome, to be honest. Like, oh, cool, this whole family has a massage parlor. It's going really good, because I see people there every day. And then something happened. I stopped going to my friend's house. We just didn't talk for a little bit. And when I went to call my friend, my parents wouldn't let me. They were like, no. And every time I tried to call, they took the phone from me. So it was really confusing. And me being so little, I didn't know what to do. And every time I bring it up to my parents, they wouldn't answer me. They'd just be like, no, you're too young for this. And I was like, what am I too young for? Why can't you tell me why I can't hang out with my friend? And I'm sick of calling him my friend, so let's just call him Spencer, okay? I was like, I'm sick of, you know, not being able to hang out with Spencer. He's my best friend. And they still wouldn't let us hang out. So a day came where I was hanging out with one of my good friends, another good friend in school. And I asked him, I was like, dude, let's invite Spencer over. And he's like, I don't really know, I haven't hung out with him in a while, we'll heard from him. And the kid's mom came in the room, and she's like, no, Spencer won't be coming over here anymore. And when she said that, me and my friend both knew something was up. So we both looked at her, and we were like, why can't Spencer come over anymore? And she looked at us, and she's just like, his family is messed up. His family is all sorts of messed up. There's no way I'm letting him in our house, or you're going over there. And that's when my friend just straight up asked her. He was like, what's going on, Mom? Like, why can't we do that? And she told us pretty much everything. She didn't really go too in detail, but she just told us that his father was a very messed up man, and that he was using adult services in the inner city. And when she said that, even I didn't really understand it, and my friend's like, you know, what the hell is adult services? And she's just like, bad things, very bad things. He was using women to do bad things. And when she said that, I played GTA enough back then to realize what that meant, and I was like, holy fuck. So I went back home, had a talk with my parents about it, and basically just got all the info. And it sucked. It really sucked. Like, it basically just meant that I couldn't hang out with my friend anymore. And every time I went to the city with his dad and him, that we were basically hanging out with hookers. We were just kicking it with some hookers. Like, hey, what's up, girl? Like, this is my son and his friend. They think that I'm getting a massage, when in reality I'm fucking you guys, because this is a hooker place. And it was so crazy to me, like, when I found out that basically we were just kicking it at a hooker place. And it was a Korean hooker place, too. They didn't hire any normal girls. Like, they were all Korean girls. And it's just fucking crazy to think about. Like, imagine if we were there when the police showed up and raided the place. Could you imagine that news article titled, 2 elementary school students in jail at hooker parlor? Like, could you imagine that? I just couldn't. I thought that was so fucking funny. But yeah, guys, little Luna was kicking it with some hookers back in the day. Still really crazy to think about, but I thought you guys would really enjoy this. I hope you did. If you did like the video and you want to see more shit like this, make sure you hit the like button. And yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. I love you all so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
You have bullets.
Hey, what's up, guys? Austin here, or Luna. And I don't know if any of you guys can relate to this. I've been to a party. I know this is a common knowledge. I literally decide to play Roblox all day. No, I haven't been to a party. Anyone else who's been to a party may think they're cool in the real world, but in the gaming world, in the Roblox world, I'm the elf on that. Bitch. Okay, anyway, back on topic. I don't know if you guys have ever gone to a party where someone just gets, like, so full of themselves, they start to just, like, show a huge ego. Like, I've seen girls and guys sometimes get, like, so drunk, like, so good feeling just off of the vibe that they're getting. But they start, like, saying things they wouldn't normally say. Like, and that could either mean really, really nice things about you, or just being a complete jerk to you. Like, one time, not even one time, this happened so many times. I have this one friend where every time I would go to a party and he was there, he would just be so happy in the moment that he'd come up to people and just say nice things about them. Like, there were so many different times where he'd come up to me and be like, hey, Austin. I'd be like, what's up, man? You're awesome, dude. I'm like, thanks, man, you're awesome, too. 5 minutes later, he'd come back. Hey, just remind me you're awesome. Like, he's just like that kind of guy. There's other people who will drink alcohol and be very, very quick to either be happy or aggressive. And I've seen a lot of the aggressive types where they just get drunk, or like high, and they immediately just say like kind of egotistical, like jerk things. And there was this one girl, about 7 months ago, I met at a party with a friend of mine. Me and my friend went to this party together. We got there, there was a lot of people from the party, we were talking to them. And we got introduced to this one girl through one of my friends. And she started talking to us, and one of the first things she tells us is that she was a porn star. She She's like, yeah, I'm a porn star, and like, I make money for the industry. And she was very, very drunk. And she was like being pretty loud and just enjoying herself. And it was funny, like she was like telling us what she did. Then she says, how does it feel that I get fucked and make more than you make in a month? Ha ha ha, suckers. Like right in front of us. And I was like, okay, she's just drunk, like her ego's coming out a little bit. No big deal. People do that all the time. Like people get drunk and they'll just say like mean things or like just things they wouldn't normally say. So I didn't really care that much. But I did laugh. I thought it was funny. And I was like, that's not true. And she's like, yeah, it is. Like, you probably work at McDonald's. And I was like, okay, look, I'm in the video industry too. I didn't know if you do that. But you see, I don't have to get a dick to get a check. And that made her very, very angry. Like, her face went from all happy and like, I'm very good at porn star to like, looking at me with pure hatred in her eyes. Like, it looked like she wanted to take an Xbox 360 controller and shove it down my throat. And I was just like, I'm just kidding, it was a joke. Like, I didn't mean to make you mad. And she's like, you're not funny. I'm a professional at what I do. I was like, okay, I know. I wasn't trying to say that you weren't. I didn't mean to offend you like that. I was just saying that I don't work at McDonald's. She's like, yeah, you're not funny. And I literally was just like, I know. I'm well aware of that. She's like, good. Okay, sorry. So the night goes on, right? Like, that pretty much ended there. And the night goes on. A couple hours later, she's even more drunk. She's even more loud and having fun and doing whatever she's doing. And she comes up to me and my friend and goes, hey, my phone died. Can one of you call me an Uber? I'll give you cash. And my friend's like, yeah, for sure. He takes out his phone, he opens up Uber, and my friend goes, okay, where do you want this to go? And he hands her the phone, and she puts in the address, gives it back to my friend, and he goes to hit confirm and call the Uber, and his debit card gets declined. And he's like, oh, damn, my card got declined. And she's like, look, man, like, you don't have to make excuses. Like, you'll get paid back if you buy it. I'm clearly rich. Look. And she takes out, like, some cash from her pocket. And my friends are like, I'm not even trying to make excuses. My card literally got declined. Look, I'll try my other one, though. And then he tries his other debit card. And while he was doing that, she literally just says, F you, you liar, to my friend who was trying to help her get an Uber. And he's just like, I'm literally trying to help you. And he goes, look, it worked. And he holds his phone up, and it shows that the Uber was confirmed. And that's like 5 minutes away. So his other debit card worked, and it went through. And it was paid for. And she just does this fake smile and goes, thanks, honey. And she reaches and pulls out a $5 bill and gives it to him. And the ride was $8. So, like, she didn't even pay him back fully for what it costed. And yeah, after she gave him the $5, she just walked outside and started looking for the Uber. And I was just lost for words at how mean she was to my friend. Like, I don't know if it was because of me standing next to him, but, like, she was so mean to him. Like, he was literally just trying to help her get an Uber. She was just being mean to him for no reason. And yeah, and she scammed him pretty much. And he didn't seem to care. I was like, yo, like, I'm sorry, like, she was super mean. He's like, nah, it's all good, dude. Like, karma was force. And I was like, maybe. He's like, yeah, what goes around comes around. I was like, yeah, true that. And then like 5 minutes goes by, right? And he pulls out his phone, and he shows me the phone, and it shows like the Uber on the trip to wherever she's going, and it says like 5 minutes remaining or something like that. And he goes, watch this. And he swipes up, and he cancels her Uber ride mid-trip. And what that does is, if a driver's driving you, and your ride gets canceled, they have to pull over because they're not getting paid, and either kick you out or have you make a new trip. And since it wasn't even her Uber account, my friend canceled it, and immediately gets a call and he answers it, and it's the Uber driver. He's like, hey, did you just cancel this girl's trip? And the driver just goes, well, did you make a new one for her? He's like, no, I don't wanna, she's mean. And I'm just like, no way my friend is that savage. And like, he's just sitting there laughing. And you can hear her in the background of this guy's phone, like in the backseat of the Uber, yelling at my friend. She's like, he's a scumbag, F him, like he did this on purpose. And I almost felt bad for the Uber driver. Like the Uber driver was just like, can you please schedule a new ride for her? And my friend just goes, good luck, and he hangs up. And I don't know what happened after that. I'm sure the Uber driver probably just like had to have her get out of the car and like call her own, or like get a ride from a friend. Or he might have been nice enough to just take her home for free. But that was just insane to me. Like my friend just didn't care at all. And that's kind of mean to do to somebody, but she was being very mean too, so. But that was basically the end of the story. Like, a porn star got trolled. If you found the story funny or enjoyed it, please leave a like on the video. Leave your stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.
You can't find the time, maybe we should quit joking. I can't stay the same, I can't play your game, I ain't pressure to
Did he just diss Token?
I will follow you to hell and back, but lately I don't know where you're going.
sponsor on a video, but I want to give a shout out to Edison.com for sponsoring this video. Edison is basically a website that I fucking wish I had back when I was in high school, because what they do is they help you write assignments, from like papers to essays, whatever you need help with, and they're ghostwriters and come in clutch. It's basically a website filled with hundreds of ghostwriters that write your assignments for you to get classes. So yeah, if you guys want to check them out, I'll have their link in the description. Shout out to them for sponsoring the video. But today's video, guys, story time about a Tinder date gone wrong, okay? Now, I haven't had a Tinder date in a long time because of this very reason. Creepiest shit ever, okay? So a few months ago, I was swiping along on Tinder, right? I just wanted to meet some new people, just kind of get myself out there. And I met this one girl who seemed pretty cool. I started talking to her on Tinder, and eventually we got each other's numbers. And she seemed really dope, right? She didn't seem like a catfish. She had an Instagram. Everything seemed really normal. And then we finally got to talking about meeting. Now, meeting people on Tinder or any app of that sort, I would always recommend to be safe with it. Meet in a public place. Don't go on that shit if you're underage. You know what I mean? People are weird. But anyway, I decided to meet this girl at Starbucks. Okay, we had a date planned. We were gonna go meet at Starbucks. I was excited. So the day comes along where I'm going to meet her. We have plans to meet at Starbucks, and I text her. I'm like, hey, I'm about to leave, go to Starbucks. She's like, wait. She's like, hey, what's up? She goes, can you meet me at my house first? And I was like, yeah, sure, I guess. She's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't want to drive there alone. I was like, okay. So I decided to Uber to her house. Because, like, I saw her in the pictures, and she didn't seem like a catfish, and she just seemed like a cool girl from the amount of time I've been talking to her. So I Uber to her place, I get out of the car, it looked like a pretty normal house. There was one car in the driveway, and it looked like a house for like one, maybe two people. It's a smaller house. And I knock on the door, and I'm excited, right? I'm like, oh, it's a fun day. The door opens up, and this dude answers. And he's like, oh, you must be Austin. And I was like, hey, what's up? Who are you? And he's like, oh, like I'm friends with, let's just say Kelsey. Yeah, I'm friends with Kelsey. I stay here. I'm a roommate. And I kind of got weirded out by that at first, because sometimes with girls and with guys, they're together, like in a relationship. And I don't want to just like immediately ask. I don't want to be like, oh, are you guys dating? He knew me, so I'm guessing like he knew that me and her were going on a date. So there's no way they could have been dating. So I kind of put my worries aside. I was like, oh, they're probably really good friends. Like, they've probably known each other since childhood. Like, what am I worrying about? He knows about me. So I asked. I was like, where is she? And he's like, oh, she already left. I was like, oh, really? He said, yeah. I was like, oh, like I texted her. Like she told me to meet me here because she didn't want to drive there alone. He's like, yeah, she was kind of freaking out before she met you. She was worried, but she just left. I was like, oh, okay, so should I go meet her? He's like, yeah, go get her. Like, alright. Now, at this point, everything already seemed kind of fishy to me. Because, like, why would she text me to meet her at her house, to go with her to Starbucks, and then leave before I get there, knowing I would be there soon? Like, it was just weird, like, she kind of ditched me. So I felt a little bit weirded out by this. It was kind of weird, but I didn't think too much of it. I was like, you know what, it's probably just a weird situation, like, it's coincidence. So I show up to Starbucks, and I go inside. She's nowhere to be found. I sit at the table. I sent her a text asking where she was, and she said that she'd be there soon. So I was kind of confused because like she had plenty of time to get there because like I Ubered to her house. Before I got to her house, she left and drove to Starbucks apparently. So like I figured she'd already be there, but she wasn't. So anyway, like 10 minutes go by, right? And I hear the chair in front of me get pulled out, and I look up, and someone sits down in front of me. And can you guess who it is? Because it wasn't my fucking Tinder date. It was that dude. And I was like, hey again. He's like, hey man. And I was like, so what's going on? He's like, I hate to tell you this, but Kelsey said she was scared and didn't want to come today. And I was like, what do you mean? You just told me she was going to meet me here. He's like, yeah, well, she just didn't want to. And I was like, okay, why would she tell me she's nervous? She said she was on her way. And he's like, yeah, I don't know, but she told me to tell you. I was like, are you sure? It kind of seems like maybe she's you. For a minute, I literally felt like I was Neve from MTV's Catfish. And he's like, what? And I was like, yeah, like it kind of seems like it's you. Like I was told to meet her at your house, and you entered the door, and then you told me to meet her at Starbucks, and here we are, and you're here. And he's like, oh man, and he puts his head down, like on his hand. Like, he looks disappointed, and I couldn't tell if that was like a sarcastic, like you're an idiot, or like a guilty one, like you felt bad. And I was like, just tell me what's going on. He's like, look, I hate making friends this way, but I couldn't find anyone on Tinder, and like I wasn't getting any matches, and I don't know, I made this fake profile, and like I just want to find friends. And I was like, so you are the girl in the pictures? He's like, yeah. I was like, dude, why? This is not how you make friends. Like, no one starts off the story of how they know each other by saying, yeah, so I was on Tinder and he catfished me, and yeah, I thought he was this girl that I was gonna go on a date with, and now we're best friends. Like, dude, go on fucking Facebook or something. I don't know, like, join a Facebook group, make some friends that way, chat with people online, or even make a Tinder for friendships. Like, they have a friend category, and like, meet other guys on there. I don't know. He's like, I know, I'm sorry, like, I didn't mean to mislead you, I'm really sorry if I hurt your feelings. I'm like, dude, you didn't hurt my feelings, but it's just like fucking weird. Like, this is really, really weird. Like, most people wouldn't take it as good as I'm taking this right now, but like, just be careful and don't mislead people. That's really fucked up. He's like, you're right, man, I'm really sorry. I'm like, it's okay. And he gets up and he shakes my hand, and he turns around and he walks out. So that was the last of that. But he texted me later that night, and he was like, hey, I'm sorry again. It's fine. And then since then I haven't talked to him. But I don't really know if he was looking for like friends or if he was looking for a date and just couldn't find one. I'm not sure, but making a fake profile is not the way to go about making friends or a date. But if it was for a date, that's a terrible way to try and get a date. Like, hey, I'm this person, going on a date with me, and you're completely not that person. Pretty big turnoff right there. But yeah, that was how one of my Tinder dates gone completely fucking wrong. Did a 180. Girl that I've been talking to for a couple weeks.
Even McGranny can be your weapon. Watch the World Premiere trailer on YouTube.
Hey, what's good, guys? It's Austin, and basically, talking about probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen, like, the biggest failure of an attempt to hurt someone in the world, honestly. So a couple months ago, one of my friends invited me over to go on this trip with him, and it wasn't like a crazy-ass vacation or anything. It was literally a town an hour away. Like, we drove out there in his car. I spent the day there, and we drove back in the night. But while we were there, in the nighttime, right before we left, something happened to me specifically alone, which freaked me the fuck out. But it ended up working out really funny in the end. So when we finally got to this place in my friend's car, I didn't recognize anything. I had never been there before this. I think I drove through it a couple times when I was going to other places, but I never stopped and like stayed there for the day. And it's a really sketchy ass area. I remember going there, when we got in there, I looked around and I was like, wow, this is kind of like the shithole of my state. This is really fucking awful. Just because like, there was creepy ass people giving me dirty looks on the way in, and like, the place where we were staying was pretty run down. I don't even know why he wanted to go out there. The way he made it sound, it was like a super, you know, fucking sunshine and rainbows town. And then when we got out there, I was like, dude, this is like fucking drug city. But anyway, we get there. We get to the place that we're staying at for the day. We were there to visit one of his friends. And we're at this kid's house talking to him, and he was cool. That guy was really cool. Hung out with him through the day. And we were right down the street from a store. And we pretty much hung out at this big house the entire fucking day. It wasn't even really a trip at this point. It was more just driving an hour out to visit with a friend, or a mutual friend, I guess, and hang out there. But it started getting late. We were bored. And my dumbass thinks it's a good idea to ask everyone, hey guys, you want to take a walk with me a block down to this store and get drinks with me? And my one friend was down. And then they asked me if I could just go by myself, get drinks, and then take them back for them. So pretty much they wanted me to be the fucking stupid delivery boy and go to the store, grab a bunch of drinks, bring them back for everyone to drink. I'm pretty sure everyone was just really high and they didn't want to like get up and they had cotton mouths, so that was why. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I will, because I didn't think the area was that dangerous. Like, yeah, the main ride in was pretty creepy. There were some weird fucking people. But we got in a little bit, and, you know, the student house wasn't really at that part where I saw a lot of creepy people. So I figured it'd be fine, you know? So I get ready to leave. I didn't even give a fuck. I was just going to go out by myself. I didn't think anything would really happen, but just in case, I took my wallet. I took out a 20, so it was enough to get drinks and stuff. Just a 20. Put that in my pocket and left my wallet and my phone at home, which is not smart, because obviously I got fucking kidnapped. I went on my phone. But then again, at the same time, it's like, who the fuck wants to kidnap me? Because personally, I don't see the point or hype in doing that. Why would anyone want to kidnap me? And I'm not trying to fucking get attention. Don't comment being like, Flynn, I would kidnap you. That's not what I'm trying to do. Anyway, I walk out of the house with just $20 on me. Like, no phone, no wallet. Kind of stupid with the phone, but whatever. I get to the store, get the fucking drinks. And I've done this before, and I've always had creepy encounters when I go to get drinks at stores. But I leave the store, I spend the 20 on the drinks, and I have like, I think 3 singles left, like literally $3 in my pocket in drinks. That's all I had on me. And I'm walking back from the store, and I realized walking back, there's a little like movie rental place, and I was like, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna go check it out, because I was bored. I know I didn't have enough to really rent a movie or anything, and I wasn't gonna rent a movie, because we were in a town that I don't even live in, but I just wanted to go in there and check it out, because every single movie renting place here got shut down and went out of business, like Netflix's fucking master race. So I just thought it was kind of nostalgic to go through this place. So I go in this fucking movie place, look at some of the movies, quickly realize that I don't fucking care about renting DVDs unless, and when I was walking out, there was a dude in the movie place that followed me out, which is kind of weird. Then I realized he was following me back to where I was going, and I was like, alright, well maybe he's just walking on the same road, because it was like a main road, you know, other people were on it. So I was like, alright, he's probably not following me, he's probably just going somewhere close. And if I had to try and guess this guy's age, when I saw him in the movie place with like the light on his face, he was probably like, I'd probably guess later 20s or something like that. But anyway, he's following me, and he starts catching up from behind me to the side of me, and he taps me on the shoulder, and we're walking like pretty much at the same speed. And I look over at him while walking, and he's like, yo, and he grabs onto my shoulder, and like, pretty tight grip. He's like, so what you got on you? And I was like, oh, this is how it's gonna go, I'm about to get fucking mugged, this is gonna be fun. And I've been in some situations like this before, and I always get super freaked out and think the worst, thinking I'm about to get kidnapped, thinking I'm about to get fucking probed by an alien or some shit. I don't think that, but I do think I'm about to get kidnapped and stuff. But anyway, I literally just said, I was like, dude, I got nothing on me. Like, I've been through this before. I don't have shit on me. I don't keep anything on me. He's like, what about your shoes? He looks at my shoes. I look at my shoes. He's like, dude, they're literally $40. He's like, I don't believe you. He starts putting his hand in his pocket. I don't know what he was going for. I don't know if he was trying to, like, pull something out to scare me. But he, like, put his hand in his pocket and then gave up and took it back out with nothing in it. So I was like, okay, he's not going to fucking kill me. But anyway, after he said he didn't believe me, I just said, I was like, dude, I'm being dead honest. So I checked my, like, pockets or something, and I, like, held my arms up. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. He's like, alright, homie, I just don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to go back to my house. He's like, you live around here? I'm like, nah, I live, like, an hour away, but my friend lives here. He's like, where at? I was like, oh, on that street right there. And I pointed to the street sign. It wasn't even his fucking street. I was just lying. I don't want to tell him what we were actually staying at. And this guy just fucking goes, alright, I won't tell anyone I saw you if you don't tell anyone you saw me. I was like, sounds good, bro. I don't want any trouble. And he just starts running in the other direction. And he stops and kind of looks at me for a sec. And I just turn around, shitting my pants in the process of all this. And I just keep walking as fast as I can. And I keep turning around every few seconds to make sure he's not, like, following me. And luckily he wasn't. And I got fucking lucky as hell. This dude was honestly, like, the biggest pussy of someone who mugs people. Like, if you mug people for money, who the fuck gives up when they say they don't have anything? Like, I thought when you're, like, someone like that, you're supposed to kick the fuck out of me. But yeah, I get back to this dickhead's house, I run in his house, I throw the drinks on the table, and I just look at everyone. All the potatoes I call friends, like, literally so fucking high out of their minds. I'm the only one sober. I was like, guys, I almost just got fucking mugged on the way back. And my friend's like, what? No, you didn't. You're full of shit. I was like, dude, I'm dead serious. I think he's trying to follow me. He's in your yard right now. And he gets up, he's like, are you fucking serious? Nah, I'm just kidding. And everyone was just like so freaked out after I said that. They all like checked the windows and stuff, even though he wasn't even there. I was just kidding. He didn't even follow me back. He ran away pretty quick. But yeah, pretty fucking scary ass shit. The whole rest of that night, I was just like, dude, let's leave. I want to leave. When we finally did leave, I got back to my house later that night. Just like laid down and sat there and hugged my dogs and thought about how nice I had it. But yeah, on the real, like, moral of the story is, don't fucking leave your house late at night without your friends with you, if that's an option. Or, you know, just go for walks in the day and not at night. Be a smart person, or just don't be mean. They seem to have the worst fucking luck out of anyone. But no, seriously, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Please leave a like if you did enjoy it.
Bam, 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 bam.
Subscribe if you're new. See you tomorrow.
Bam, 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 bam.
30 seconds left and you're training. You can do this.
What's up, guys? I'm a year-old living on. So, I have a story today that is really fucking shitty, and it actually kind of happened to me twice. I've talked about it in other videos. Similar, basically, they are. So, I'm gonna get into it right away. So, robbed for no reason. Something I hope none of you have to fucking go through. It was really stupid. This isn't even a retell. This actually happened to me twice, and I can't believe it, and I can't believe I look so similar to the person that it should have happened to, but I'm gonna get into it. So, at my school, there are plenty of people who sell weed. There are too many to count. A lot of them are shady. They will like fucking scam you, do whatever they gotta do to get your money and run, I guess. And this one kid fucked over someone I know, actually, believe it or not. This in particular kid that fucked the dude over, I know both of the people that were involved. And the kid that scammed him, I used to buy weed from. He used to scam me all the time, and I didn't know, like, he didn't tell me directly that the kid scammed him, but I heard through word of mouth from a friend, and I said, wow, that sucks. And the kid I basically knew who scammed him, I guess he took the money and then just got out of the car and ran. Like the way it worked is the kid who bought the weed drove up to his house. The dealer got in. The dealer took his money and then ran away and pieced out. And it kind of, I feel really bad that they got scammed, but now I don't because of what happened to me. So the kid who got scammed is not a big kid at all. He's not like a kid that he's never been in a fight. He's not a violent person. So he called up 3 of his friends from a different town. There's a town like 10 minutes over there he used to live at. He called up 3 of his friends, gave them the profile of me, and then, well, not me, but the kid. And I look a lot like him. He's got blonde hair, like dirty blonde hair. That's what I got. He wears, I guess, quote unquote, skinny jeans, and I guess, you know, that's what I guess I was happening to be wearing the same thing that day. It really sucked. I was wearing, like, basically they're like candy. If you guys know the brand Crew, they sell it like Zoomies and shit. They're just like slim pants. That's what I was wearing. And I had Vans on. And they told, like, they're like, oh, if you go 3 blonde hair, wear Vans, blah, blah. And it's kind of stupid that he just gave him he couldn't give him a picture, go on his Facebook. He has like 3 different Facebook accounts that they could have went on. And what happened was, I was walking out of school, and they said to look for this kid, and I was walking this day with my friend. So, you know, both kids, the real kid that fucked him over actually left in front of me. He was, you know, quite a few heads in front of me. He walked out of the doors, and I think he went into a car and drove away. He got into some person's car. That's from what I heard that day. And I walked out. I went out to the sidewalk and started walking. There's a burger place across the street we've talked about many times. Went over there with a friend of mine. We were walking to his house to go home. And we got the food, and this weird car was following us. Keep in mind, like it was really far away. I thought it was just some dude, like driving his brother home or something. But I didn't pay any attention to it. Neither did my friend. But we were eating. And the car pulled in the parking lot, and I could see through the window there was 3 different kids in there that were older than me, and they were giving me really dirty looks, and I like was kind of freaked out, but at the same time I'm like, you know, what's the worst that can happen? So I fucking got the food, we ate, walked out of the burger place, got to the sidewalk. The sidewalk cuts into this place where it's not even a main road, and it's very dead. It's like an alleyway, I guess you could say. It's a shortcut. It's a really quick road that you can take to a more main road area and cut off a corner and stuff like that. So I took the little short road, and the car pulled down. And when I knew something was up the minute that happened. 3 people immediately jump out of this car, walk up to my friend, push him to the ground, and then smack me in the face. Not even a punch, like slap, like bam, like with a fucking backhand. And I got slapped, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why? I screamed, like, why are you doing this? And then he grabbed me by my shirt, and he was like, you think robbing people is funny? You think scamming people is funny? Well, guess what? Karma's a bitch. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, what do you mean scam people? He's like, you stole it. And he said his name. He said the kid's name that got scammed. He's like, you stole his money, blah, blah. He's like, he's trying to buy weed. You stole it. I was like, I don't even fucking sell weed. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm a fucking 9th grader. Why are you beating me up? The kid looked like he was in like 11th grade. He's probably an adult, dude. I could have probably fucking sued this kid. But I was like, what are you fucking talking about? He's like, you didn't sell weed? I was like, no. I'm like what? And so he didn't believe me. He was being a dickhead. He's like, you're fucking lying. You know, don't lie to me. And he wasn't hitting me, but that's why I'm not calling it being like getting jumped for no reason. This is what he did. He's like, what do you got on you? And he fucking violated me. He put his hand in my pocket, took out my wallet, which had my school ID, which I looked like a 4th grader on. He took my school ID. He took my fucking, I had a gift card in there for $15 at Taco Bell. He took that, ripping pepperonis for that. And I had like $10 on there, like $10. I was fucking, I'm a high schooler, I don't make that much money. So he took my money and my school ID and my Taco Bell. I care more about the Taco Bell gift card than the actual money in my school ID. And he dipped. He got right back in his car and fucking ran away. And out the window he shouted, he's like, we're not gonna fucking rob people, faggot. And I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, I'm not even doing anything wrong. Like, that was so shitty. I can't even believe it. Like, he didn't hurt me, really. I don't consider it getting jumped, because all he did was slap me and grab me by my shirt. Like, I've been jumped before, and that really fucking sucks, you know? I have another story about that. But, yeah, that's the story. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you drop a like if you enjoyed. Let's go for 1,000 likes. We always fucking hit it. I love you guys. Almost at 50,000 subscribers. Crazy. But yeah, I'm I'm baffled, guys. And I think for 50K, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm thinking about it. And I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for that story I was mentioning with the laced weed and the kid who smoked it. I'm gonna get into that sometime this week, hopefully. But anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment below. I want to know if any of you have ever been robbed before. I love you guys so much.
Oh my god, wrapped up. I didn't even mean to fucking buy that.
Hey, what's good, guys? It's Austin and Luna, and sorry about no videos the past 2 days. And just the whole month I've been kind of fucking slacking, just not doing well. And I guess my excuse is we had to leave New York City. I'm home now, and it wasn't planned. I'm fucking fight about the whole situation. It's super annoying. But basically, something came up with me, and it was a fucking emergency, and I had to come home early. And it's shitty, but I spent all yesterday driving home, and that's why I didn't upload, and came home and just fell asleep. And I'm back to the normal video. That's one good thing about leaving. I get back to my other setup, and here it's a lot easier to work from. But I'm not trying to complain. I was just explaining why I didn't upload the last 2 days. I was kind of slacking. But that's over with. I'm very sorry. But today's video, I'm talking about someone, like literally a fucking stalker. Like that's the only word I'm going to use for this guy. It was so weird. It happened like 4 months ago. And it just left me with the creepiest feeling. So